44 in the second half and 2 overtimes combined. It was tied at 43 after regulation, tied at 44 or 48 at the end of that first overtime. Then Franklin Simpson won the second overtime, 7-1. You mentioned the turnovers, and that's going to be a big thing to talk about with Franklin Simpson moving forward. The Lady Cats were extremely efficient from the field, but they only got up 48 shots, which maybe doesn't sound like an only, but when you factor in the 2 overtime periods, both 4 minutes each, you basically get an extra 8-minute quarter in that game if you're Franklin Simpson. And even with that 48 field goal attempts is 5 less than their average against region opponents. Tonight, TV, we know what Russellville is. Franklin Simpson knows what Russellville is. They put up a season-high 78 points against this Lady Panther team, 78-26. They won the first time around. Lady Panthers 1-19 on the season, 0-4 in the district coming in. This is still a game, and we talked about this really the last time with Russellville. You can apply some different things, work on some different things. It's more about Franklin Simpson than it is the Lady Panthers, but you still have to come in focused on those key points.
Yeah, like any game, you don't want to come out of the game and allow your opponent to take a lead to build momentum. What you want to do, especially like a team like this where you've more or less dominated this district in the 3 games that you've played against this district, you want to really keen in on half-court sets, being able to feed Larisha the ball down low. She ranks 17th in the state when it comes to points per game, but it's hard to get her points when you can't get her the ball down low.
Yep.
So if you're Franklin Simpson, you're working on that. You're working on getting entry post passes to Larisha down low, and then again, just shooting the ball efficiently and getting shots up like you're used to.
And it's the little things like that you can work on in a game like this. Your entry passes. There were so many unforced turnovers for Franklin Simpson trying to get the ball into the post to Larisha and throwing it over her head and out of bounds. It's a tall task to throw the ball over Larisha's head to the point that she can't get it. And Franklin Simpson did it time after time in that game at Barron County. Larisha, I mentioned with the 22 points, Vanessa Ray was fantastic. I went up to her after the game and told her that second half was the best I've ever seen her play. She had 15 points for the night. 12 of them came in the second half in the 2 overtimes. She went 5 for 12 from the field on a night where the rest of the Franklin Simpson guards combined for just 12 points total on 4 for 16 shooting. Made a layup to tie the game at 48 with 30 seconds left in the first overtime. She has been playing really good.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
A lot to go up and make your free throws in a game like this.
Yeah, what is she, the 80%? Is that right?
She wants 80%.
She wants 80%.
That's a high goal.
It's a high goal, but if you're, again, when you're playing against teams of tougher competition, I would count that they could have lost that game because they were splitting free throws late in the game, and it gave Barron County a chance to stick around the game. So if you're Franklin Simpson, again, that's something that I guess you would say you were more focused on the offseason.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, dog.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Especially when you're playing against tough teams, what you don't want to do is build bad tendencies.
Yeah.
And so in this game, you kind of, I don't want to, it sounds harsh to say this, you forget about the score and you work on your craft and you work in the game. And so whenever you get to that point where you're sophomore, junior, seniors, and you're in this position on a team collectively, when you have multiple upperclassmen, then you're able to compete and really make some noise in the district.
We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll continue to dive into this matchup as we get you set for the first of two district games here tonight. It's Franklin Simpson and Russellville on the road in a District 13 doubleheader, and it's all here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do a couple minutes here. Are we cutting out a lot, or how does it sound? Oh, good. I kept looking at it to see.
Doing all right?
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
When you're about to make history, you're back on your home court. I mean, I think we might expect something huge from her in the first 3 quarters, which she'll probably play.
I tried to do some really good investigative journalism before the game, and I asked Larisha, I said, Larisha, I've got a pressing question for you. Do you think you've got 4 points in the tank tonight? And she goes, I don't know, Tyler. We're going to find out.
Hey, 1 rebound.
We'll see what she can piece together in this one. Larisha Cawthorn, 4 points away from 1,000 for her Franklin Simpson career. That's the story. Can she achieve it on her old floor, her old stomping grounds here at Russellville High School? We find out when we come back after this with the starting lineups and tip-off from Phil Todd Court as the Lady Cats and Lady Panthers get this District 13 doubleheader started after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jim Young Gymnasium for your contest tonight between the Lady Wildcats and
Their band is pretty loud, Kendra. I think you'll be able to hear the anthem very clearly.
I'd like to ask you to please rise as we honor our veterans and the ones who are still serving with the playing of our national anthem by our Russellville Panther Pep Band.
All right, I'm not saying we're good to go, but that's kind of what I'm saying.
And now for the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, the Lady Wildcats. Starting at guard, a senior, number 3, Lanaya Brown. Starting at forward, a senior, number 4, Larisha Cawthorn.
It's a District 13 doubleheader here at Russellville High School. Wildcats and Lady Cats facing off against the Panthers and Lady Panthers, and the girls are up first. Let's meet the starting lineups for both sides first. For the Lady Panthers of Russellville, coming in at 1-19 overall on the season under 30-year head coach Orlando Hayden, 22-23 District 13 champ in his first year with the Lady Panthers, has previously coached at Warren East in the region as well. It's a Lady Panther team that does not go extremely deep. We know this. They're extremely young, and you'll hear that as we go through the starting lineup. In the backcourt, number 4 and 8th grader Mariah Mayweather, averaging 7 points per game, shooting 26% from the field. She was the team's leading scorer, averaging around 9 points per game coming into the first matchup between these two teams. She's been scoreless in 4 of her last 6 games, starting with that game at Franklin Simpson. Joining her in the backcourt is the only senior on this team, Madison Kimbrough, number 10, averaging 4.5 per game and 4 rebounds per game. Rounding out the backcourt is Kamira Hampton, a 7th grader, averaging 2 points and 1.5 rebounds per game. She had 5 points against Franklin Simpson. In the front court, we talked about her in our pregame show. Demaya Allen, number 35, the 7th grader. She's averaging 7.6 points per game, a team-high 7.3 rebounds per game. She and Sanaya McCoy, the other forward in the starting lineup, the sophomore, averaging 3.5 points per game. They're tied for their most efficient players, shooting it at 56% from the floor on the season. McCoy, coming off a game the last time out in district play against Logan County, they only scored 24 points as a team. McCoy had 14 of those for the Lady Panthers. On the other side for Franklin Simpson, 19-2 overall on the season under 5th-year head coach Ashley Taylor. She has won 104 games in her career and only dropped 26 along the way. 34-2 against this district overall. They go 3 guards, all of them seniors. Lanaya Brown, Jasmine Savage, and Vanessa Ray, and the best front court duo this region has to offer. 5'8" junior Chloe Smith and the senior who wins the tip for Franklin Simpson, Larisha Cawthorn. Immediately it's fired into the corner to Jasmine Savage, and in 4 seconds the Lady Cats hit a 3.
That might be the quickest Franklin's ever scored off the tip.
For the magic number tonight, Larisha needs 4 to get to 1,000. Number 4 has the steal up ahead to Lanaya Brown. Missed the layup from behind. Larisha with the rebound. She's 2 points away from 1,000 in her Franklin Simpson career.
And we know this team is looking to steal as a back tip by Lanaya.
Vanessa sends it up to Larisha Cawthorn. Unselfish play as she leaves it for Lanaya Brown. And in 30 seconds, it's 7-0 Franklin Simpson. The defensive intensity was something that Coach Taylor was not happy with in that game against Barron County. That has been completely flipped on its head to start this game.
And again, I think we're going to be looking at as an unforced turnover right there about Russellville. A lack of turnover by Franklin is what we're really going to be looking for in this game. Just really crisp passes. Again, getting the ball down low to Larisha and not turning the ball over.
Hampton just threw it away that time. Now it's to Franklin Simpson on the baseline. Cawthorn holds it above her head, gives it to Chloe Smith on the opposite block, and 4 of the 5 starters have already scored. It's 9-0 Franklin Simpson as Vanessa gets another steal right in front of us. To Larisha. Cawthorn takes it to the right block and fouled. She'll have 2 free throws to hit that 1K mark.
Hey, and again, I mean, big moment. She might not know it. She might not be thinking about it.
Oh, she is. I made sure.
But big moment, big free throws. This is, I guess, the only way you're going to be able to really ramp up that pressure.
Well, she was only 4 for 9 at the free throw line against Barron County. She misses the first of these 2, gets to the line 7 times per game, a 68% shooter on the season. Had 16 points total, low for her standards, against Russellville the first time around, but went 6 for 6 from the floor and really only played two total quarters in that game. As her second free throw with 6:45 on the clock falls. We're not going to get a clean 1,000 if she makes a 2. But it's 10-0 Franklin Simpson, a minute and 20 seconds in. Left side, pass from Hampton. They get it down low to McCoy. Fades to the left side and hits it. I don't even know if she saw the basket as she was going up for that shot and still buried it. Cawthorn, top of the key, tries to get it to Ray. She lost it, but it ends up with Chloe Smith, who scores on the right block. Can you give a half an assist to Vanessa for that one and half to Larisha, even though neither of them meant to get it to Chloe?
I don't know about that, but it was a good play by Chloe nevertheless.
Ball thrown away down low as Kimbrough overthrew it, but saving it in the corner. Great job by Allen. Then it's deflected away. Ray up with it. Tries to fire it up to Cawthorn, but it's chased down by Mayweather. 12-2, 6 minutes left, opening quarter. Franklin Simpson leads. Near side, Hampton. Double teamed by Ray and Smith. Throws it down low. McCoy goes at Savage. Just contact between the two of them straight up. McCoy lost it off her leg, and it goes out of bounds to Franklin Simpson.
And again, like we said, the defensive intensity will never be non-existent for this Franklin Simpson team. All of their points have come, outside the tip, all of their points have come off of steals in this game.
Brown drives right side, now pulls it out to the corner. Leaves it for Vanessa, now left side. Savage takes a 2-pointer. She hit a 2! An 18-footer from just outside the left elbow.
Right now, this team is shooting 6 for 7 from the field.
Cawthorn tips the pass into her bench. That for Jasmine Savage, for a player who for her career is now over the 500-point mark. The first 3 gave her 500. The 2 gives her 502. She's done that with 154 three-pointers and 16 two-pointers. And she's coming off a game against Barron County in which she made 2 free throws. It's a trifecta in a week for Jazz. She's never had that before. McCoy down low tries to fade over Cawthorn. Missed it, rebounded by Smith. Chloe up ahead, Lanaya Brown on the right wing. Gives it out to Sav. Can she get a triple from the left side? That one's short, but Lanaya Brown gets the rebound in the middle of the paint. Her jumper misses long. Cawthorn with the rebound. Put back misses. Second try up. Doesn't get the bounce. Chloe Smith got it back. Left-handed layup. Good. And 1.
I guess that's the benefit of having somebody, these 2 backcourt players.
Chloe's already got 6 points in this game with the free throw on the way. Had 6 points total against Barron County. As she bends and fires the free throw, it's swished home. Chloe had 11. The Lady Cats had 4 players in double figures the first time these 2 teams faced off. Risha Vanessa and Lanaya Brown the others. As Talia Spencer checks in, as does Majayla Butler and Nasia Nolan. Ray and Cawthorn, the only Lady Cats to stay on the floor in a 17-2 game.
And right now they switch purely to man-to-man right now. Instead of playing that zone and trapping.
Ball goes up top, and Ray gets a foul trying to tip it away from Kimbrough. And just like that, Sanaya Downey will come in, and we'll have to rate for 1,000 for Larisha. She comes to the bench for now. And we see this 4-guard lineup from Franklin Simpson. McCoy gets it down low off the inbound, fades from the free throw line. Missed that one long off the left side. Offensive rebound down low, flipped up. It's missed by Hampton, batted around. Up with it again for Russellville with the 3rd try, and missing is Allen. Then Talia Spencer clears with the rebound. Right side, Nasia Nolan holds it on the wing. Nasia has scored 2 points in all 3 of her games so far. Back from injury as Spencer got it off a tip and then walked with it.
And I would love to see Nasia get some shots up this game.
Yeah.
At least just look for her shot more, especially in a game like this where, 17-2, you're going to have the opportunities.
And especially for a player that last year hit the 3rd most threes on the team with 26. You would love to see her dial one up from outside. Ball on the right side with Mariah Mayweather, guarded by Nolan. Goes down low. Eliza Wilson in for the first time for Russellville. Her 6-foot fadeaway jumper missed long. And a rebound called down low as both teams were going for the rebound. It's against Vanessa, and that's her 2nd. So Lanaya Brown will check back in with 3:57 left in the quarter. Lead is still 17-2. Things have slowed down here. As Mariah Boyd comes in for Russellville. Hampton checks out. Ball shoveled in. Nice play set up on the inbound, and finishing on the right block was a pretty much wide open Allen. That was well designed. Brown right wing. It's 17-4 now. Nolan to Butler in the corner. Majayla puts it on the floor. Drives. Pulls from 6 feet out. Missed it short. Rebound deflected. Nolan comes in to take it away. Fouled on a floater. And she'll go to the line for 2 as she just missed that one short.
And you love to see the guards really chasing after rebounds. Usually when the ball's down low, you have your bigs down there getting all the rebounds, cleaning up the glass, and to have them still locked in the front court and look for the rebound. It's just good to see. It's good effort all around.
Nasia missed her 2 free throws against Barron County. We'll have 2 here with 3:38 on the clock. And it's batted around after both miss, and here comes Russellville the other way. Nearly tripping up with it was Boyd. Now holds it deep on the left wing, guarded by Nolan. Right side, Kimbrough puts it on the floor, throws it up with the left hand, doesn't get the bounce off the back of the rim. Another offensive rebound. This time it's Wilson with it, and she's fouled underneath. And just like that, Coach Taylor, I think she's seen enough of that, and Larisha Cawthorn's going to come back in.
And honestly, Russellville's rebounding the ball really well. They're just not converting.
Yeah.
They're 2 for 9, I believe, right now in the game, and they've gotten 6 offensive rebounds in the quarter. They're out-rebounding Franklin right now.
Wilson's first free throw up and good. Eliza Wilson looked really good the first time we saw her against Franklin Simpson last year. Now an 8th grader, averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds per game, had 5 and 3 against the Lady Cats the first time around. And Coach Taylor had seen enough of everybody on the floor as they bring in the entire starting lineup. With 3:19 left in the quarter, Wilson takes an extra dribble. The free throw rattles out, and it's rebounded by Chloe Smith. It's 17-5 Franklin Simpson. Ray up ahead. Brown, right block, wide open, and scores.
Basket by Brown.
And you love it whenever you don't have to see the referee coming all the way down the court because you score so fast.
Mayweather brings it up against Lanaya. She's got 4. Had a season-high 16 against Russellville the first time. Nearly picked Mayweather's pocket. Instead gets inside, throws up a runner, missed it off the left side, got her own rebound. And then down low, I think we get a foul against Jasmine Savage. That's the 4th foul on Franklin Simpson with 2:56 left before the end of the first quarter.
And right now, Franklin Simpson just watching the out. Excuse me. I was assuming they were going to go back to Demaya down low.
You thought they would have. They immediately inbounded it to the perimeter. And still driving inside, Kimbrough, left-handed runner, misses. Rebounded by Cawthorn. Up ahead, Lanaya Brown in transition. She is out for the races. Missed it, though. Cawthorn got it back, and she's got 1K. +1 as she makes the layup. Give her 1,001 points at Franklin Simpson and 5 for the night. Left side, Kimbrough drives against Vanessa Ray. Nessa nearly took it from her. Tries to wrap it down low off the bounce to Wilson and threw it out about 3 feet outside of her reach. And it's out of bounds on the baseline. Back to the Lady Cats, leading at 21-5 with 2:26 left first quarter.
And to take the moment back to Larisha, I mean, it's just so impressive to see a player reach 2,000 points in their career and then 1,000 for 2 different teams.
Cawthorn down low, missed the first layup, short, got it back, and then made the putback. She's got 7. Chloe Smith has 7. It's 23-5. Foul down low. Brown reached from behind, trying to take the inbound away from Mayweather, and that'll be 2 free throws for Mariah Mayweather. The first time these 2 teams faced off, 32-5 was the score at the end of the first quarter. It's currently 23-5.
And I think the only thing that you're frustrated with if you're Franklin Simpson is the fouling that's been going on. I mean, there's no reason to foul. This team hasn't.
First free throw all the way around and off.
Hasn't particularly dribbled the ball well and passed the ball well in the quarter. You've caused 4 or 5 turnovers already, and then now you've given them at least attempts at free points.
Yes. They shoot 44% as a team. That one switches home 2 for 4 at the line today. And it's 23-6, 2 minutes left in the quarter. Majayla Butler checked in. They try to get it to her, and it's picked off with a jumping effort from Boyd. Gets inside, slices through the defense. That was an impressive move and an impressive score in transition. Make it 23-8. Brown gets inside, goes right into the teeth of the defense. Her floater hung up on the rim and fell off, but she was fouled in the act by Wilson.
And again, that's what we talked about before, right, from this Barron County game that they played. It's the turnovers, something that they need to work on. And, I mean, when you turn the ball over, as Lanaya makes the first free throw, when you turn the ball over, you allow your opponent to run the court with numbers kind of where they want to when the defense isn't set.
Second free throw misses. Cawthorn got it, fell down, but took a dribble as she was falling down to avoid the travel. To Brown, to Savage. Larisha left elbow, wraps around the paint, and she's foul trying a left-handed layup. Give her 2 more free throw attempts. And one thing that really stands out to me, especially with Lanaya, I was so impressed in the Bowling Green win ahead of that Barron County game, how good her half-court offense was. And against Russellville and the teams in this district, she plays with so much confidence in the backcourt, just with reckless abandon. She'll drive in and slice through the defense as Larisha makes the first free throw. Just need to see that transfer over against some of the Barron counties of the world, the bigger teams that Franklin Simpson is going to see in the region and potentially with their aspirations beyond in Lexington at the state tournament.
And I think the hard part of that challenge is that in those games, she has sometimes, as she makes the second one, she has sometimes been forced to be the one to bring the ball up as the point forward, per se.
Wilson gets it at half court, 26-8. Franklin Simpson now leads. Wilson lost it, got it right back off the poke, missed the layup, and Spencer with the rebound to Brown. Had it knocked away by Mayweather, but it goes to Jasmine Savage, and Lanaya now will bring it up into the half court with 1:27 left in the quarter. Majayla Butler right wing. Savage wraps, top of the key, pulls the trigger for 3. That one's short. Long rebound chased by Mayweather. Puts it on the floor. In transition, Mayweather down the right side. Beat everybody and scored.
And we talked about for this Russellville team to really, again, forget about the score and just work on your game. And right now, they're just playing excellent.
Cawthorn gets it down low, turns and fades, missed the jumper. It's picked up by Russellville, coming the other way. Boyd to the left side, missed it on the block, and Savage gets the rebound. There are a few missed layups away from this actually being a game. Cawthorn up ahead, was alone for a second. Wilson catches up to her, but Larisha scores around her anyways.
I mean, you're right. I mean, a few outside of the first, a minute of the game, this would have been a very more competitive game if it hadn't been for that offensive explosion.
Spinning at half court is Boyd, gets inside, was fouled by Butler. Now the foul comes in. I didn't know if they were going to call it, but it'll be 2 free throws for Boyd, who threw up the runner and was wrapped up from behind by Majayla Butler. Larisha now, she needed 4 points coming in. She told me she didn't know if she'd get that. She's got 11 in the first quarter. It's 28-10, but Russellville looks so much better than the last time we saw them.
Yeah, they played, outside the first 2 minutes of the game, they've played excellent basketball, at least rebounding the basketball and finishing in transition. I mean, they have 15 rebounds in the quarter.
Wow.
And they're out rebounding Franklin 15-6. Now, again, granted, the score is 28-10.
Yep.
But if they would have made some of those layups,
and Russellville's had so many turnovers.
Exactly.
But they're getting offensive rebounds, creating second tries. As Boyd missed the first free throw, second one well short. That'll go to Franklin Simpson off the whistle. As the Lady Cats have it with 35 seconds left. They're leading at 28-10. But certainly much to improve on as this game goes on. Boyd comes out after the missed free throw. Kamira Hampton back in. Ray, Cawthorn, Spencer, Nolan, and Downey, the 5 on the floor for the Lady Cats. Ray brings it across half court. Downey right corner. Gives it down low. Talia Spencer posted up. Pushed the layup long. Got her own miss. Second try blocked. Cawthorn saves it on the baseline and then reset with Ray. Into the corner. Downey fires for 3. Off the heel, no, but Nolan gets an offensive rebound. Out to Ray. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Nolan gets it back. Drives in. Flips it up with a right hand through contact and scores.
And there's that tenacity by Franklin Simpson on the offensive glass.
Here comes Russellville. 1 second left in the quarter. Half court heave. Missed long by Mayweather. And after one, Franklin Simpson makes it back-to-back games against the Lady Panthers with a 30-point opening quarter. But a lot to work on for the Lady Cats. This has not been the cruise that they thought it might be despite the 20-point margin overall. As we end the first quarter, 30-10, Lady Cats lead it here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do a minute. Russellville has the ball first as we get the second quarter underway at Russellville High. Lady Panthers trail Franklin Simpson 30-10 in this District 13 matchup. Sanaya Downey tips one away. Nasia Nolan up with the steal for Franklin Simpson to get the quarter started. Drives in, tries to step around the defender, but took an extra step, but she knew she did as she walked away from that one.
But I do appreciate that she was being aggressive in transition. Something to note, I don't remember the last time, there hasn't been too many times where an opposing team has taken 15 shots in a quarter because Franklin's defense usually is that good. But this Russellville team did that.
Vanessa Ray got a steal, then was poked as she was driving across half court by Hampton. And so many of those have been second tries. And that's the most impressive part. They've had so many turnovers, but they're getting shots up. They've had good looks down low, just haven't been able to hit them. Franklin Simpson, meanwhile, 30 points to start this game, 11 from Larisha, 7 from Chloe Smith. 5 apiece from Lanaya Brown and Jasmine Savage. Chloe Smith gets it down low, goes up with a right hand. She's had a great game. She goes right at the 6-footer McCoy and scores. She's got 9.
Yeah, she has 9, and she's perfect from the field, 4 for 4.
Right side, quickly brought across half court by Mayweather. Pulls with a right corner 3, missed it short. She plays with confidence, and it's rebounded by Vanessa Ray. Ray, right-handed crossover dribble, gets to 6 feet, had it knocked away from Mayweather, who hit the ball on the way up. And here comes Russellville the other way until Vanessa comes up from behind and knocks it out of Hampton's hands into her bench.
You know, I looked down to put that stat in the score, and I looked up, and the last player I expected to see a back tip was Vanessa after she was at the free throw line and basically chased her down.
Mayweather's got 3 for Russellville. That leads the way for the Lady Panthers. 2 for 6 at the free throw line, missed layups, and Lady Cats' free throws have not been to their advantage. Just 5 for 9 so far as McCoy misses a jumper short. Rebounded by Chloe Smith. Chloe brings it up herself. Leaves it off for Downey. Left block, couldn't control it. Now wisely wraps it out to the corner and resets with Vanessa Ray. Nessa drives in. Free throw line jumper. Push long. Forced that one up. Felt the pressure coming on from Mayweather and put too much juice on it. Rebounded by the Lady Panthers. Eliza Wilson brings it across. Lost it off her own foot. Slides on the baseline trying to save it but couldn't catch up. And it's out of bounds back to the Lady Cats.
And I think if you're Franklin, you want your team to settle down. Again, get back into that half-court set. We saw a beautiful play in the beginning, first play of the game with the pass to the corner, then down low to Chloe.
Yep.
I think you want to kind of replicate that kind of success and build upon that.
Ray, Nolan, Downey, the guards. Sanaya gets it in the right corner, tries her second 3 of the game. That one pushed long, but it goes right to Talia Spencer on the opposite block, who scores on the putback.
And you love to see Talia starting to get involved.
Yep. She tied her career high with 4 the first time these two teams faced off this year. Had 4 points, 5 rebounds in that game as a left side 3 is missed short. Wilson tries to save it. Her back tip doesn't get back in bounds, so Lady Cats have it back up 34-10. Mackenzie Taylor, Lanaya Brown, Majayla Butler all will check in for Franklin Simpson. As Ray, Nolan, and Downey come out, they'll leave the 2 bigs, Smith and Spencer, on the floor. Mackenzie hit a couple of threes in that first matchup between these two teams. Was our player of the game. Smith gets it on the block. Tries to go to work against McCoy. Shot fake, now sends it out to Brown. Left side Taylor. She's left alone for a moment, but then picked up, puts it on the floor, being hounded on that far side, and has it stolen away one-on-one by Mariah Boyd. Her bounce pass tipped by Brown on the block. Boyd, though, gets it back, and then I think they're going to say she's fouled from behind. She was by Lanaya Brown. That's her second. She, Vanessa, and Majayla all with 2 fouls.
I mean, that was almost perfect 1-on-2 defense. I mean, you're kind of in no man's land down there, and she kind of made something out of nothing.
They try to set up the inbound play to the post to McCoy. Pass is thrown away, but then picked up off a pass thrown away by Franklin Simpson by Boyd. Her pass then deflected. Wilson saves it in, but it does go to a Lady Panther on the left side, who then walks with it in Kimbrough.
And again, I mean, it's kind of weird because not many points have been scored in this quarter.
No.
Both teams have turned the ball over multiple times, and I mean, if Russellville can just clean that up, they could. They've gotten some shots up, but just not really being able to get the ball in advantageous positions.
Smith in the corner. They wrap it up top to Brown. Left side, Taylor holds it above her head, gives it free throw line. Chloe Smith pulls with the J, missed that one short. Rebound batted around. Taylor comes in, gets a hand on it, but Russellville is up with it with Kimbrough. Guarded by Smith in transition. Crosses over right to left, gets inside and double dribble.
And that's, I mean, the turnovers kind of come down to the inexperience of the team. I mean, they're very young. You expect to see that. But again, I mean, granted, for what they are, they're playing a pretty good basketball game.
Smith, one-on-one down low again. Turns and fades over McCoy. Missed that one long, and then Spencer fouls McCoy from behind, going for the rebound. And again, we see this rotation where Larisha, Vanessa, and Jasmine are all going to come back in together. As Majayla, Mackenzie Taylor, and Chloe Smith come out of the game. Spencer and Ray stay in with 4:29 left before halftime. Lady Cats have only scored 4 points in the quarter. But those are the only 4 of the quarter total, and they lead at 34-10. Boyd, top of the key, sends it left side. Kimbrough fires up a 3 and hits it over Ray.
Three-point basket.
So far in this quarter, they've shot 3 threes and gotten 1 for 3. And I mean, if you're Russellville, I guess you just keep on taking them because you really haven't been able to find anything.
Jasmine Savage wants to answer from the right wing and does. Sav's got 8. Down low, Ray stole the inbound, and she's found underneath. Wedge between Kimbrough and Allen. They get that on Kimbrough, who led them in scoring against South Warren their last time out. It's not a team that makes a lot of threes. Kimbrough can't believe the foul is on her. It's her second. As Ray's first free throw is good. And now all the starters have scored for Franklin Simpson after it was the bench that stole the show the first time around. We'll see if that transpires in the second half of this game. But the starters have had to be used a bit more in this opening half than maybe Coach Taylor would have liked. Second free throw gets the bounce and falls. Inbound collected left side by Boyd. It's now 39-13 Franklin Simpson halfway through the second quarter. Boyd spins off Ray. Tries to get baseline, lost it and couldn't collect it back off her knees.
And you know, she is effective when she goes to that spin move where the screen is. She's able to get some space, just sometimes can't control the ball on the dribble after the spin move.
Brown left side up top, Cawthorn. Can she get the triple? Of course she does it on this floor. It's been 17 games, 15 straight misses. Home sweet home, and she buries the three. She's got 14. It's 42-13 Franklin Simpson.
Call that poetic justice.
Absolutely. Mayweather spins at the elbow, throws up a wild shot over Brown, missed it long. Spencer controls the rebound for Franklin Simpson. To Cawthorn, who walks it across half court and gets her play call. Gives it out to Ray now, right side. Savage steps into a triple. Missed it long. Long rebound. Ray tips it out of bounds far side. It'll go back to Russellville as Abby Riley comes in for the Lady Cats. Vanessa comes out. Just 2 points so far after 15 against Barron County.
But, I mean, she's done some damage. I have 5 assists, 3 steals, 2
She's done
rebounds.
everything else.
Everything else she's done great. Just hasn't scored the ball, I guess, as much as she'd want to.
And maybe most importantly, if you ask Coach Taylor, she made both her free throws.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ball goes down low. Spencer guarding one-on-one against Allen, who scores with the bump. And she's talking her talk after the fact, too. That's a 7th grader talking to a senior.
And I'm telling you, she is going to be a monster as she continues to grow and develop. She will be amazing down low. Already kind of with everything against her in this game, playing against Larisha and Chloe and Talia.
She's got 5 now as the free throw falls, and it's 42-16. Brown left side, Cawthorn, 3 feet off the top of the key, missed it short, but Brown gets the offensive rebound on the left elbow. Falls down with it. Larisha chases it down in the corner. No look pass to Riley on the left block. Her layup misses long, and here comes Russellville the other way. The freshman Abby Riley couldn't convert. Ball goes on the right side to Mariah Mayweather. Guarded by Brown. Now up top in the hands of Boyd.
Look at that matchup down low.
It's Cawthorn going to battle with Allen. Pass batted by Larisha, who came up to knock it away from Wilson. Cawthorn got it back in transition, and she's fouled on the right block. Good effort by Boyd to get back and force the issue. Larisha will go to the line for 2. She had 16 points the first matchup between these two teams. She's got 14 now with 2 free throws on the way.
Yeah, she's been special all season long. Like we said before, right? 17th in the state, points per game, 26 in rebounds per game. Right now she has 8 rebounds, and I mean, she has just been a monster to behold.
Missed the first free throw. She's now 3 for 5 at the line for the game. She leads the state in double-doubles on the season.
Wow.
She's got 56 in her career, 15 this year. Has been in scored 20 points 13 times. Cawthorn's second free throw misses long, and Wilson gets the rebound. Still 42-16 with 2 minutes left before halftime. Ball goes into the right corner. Three-pointer fight up. Chloe Smith blocked that one off the hand of Kimbrough. And off to Riley. She needs somebody to get it to and gives it to Cawthorn. One-handed bullet pass to Brown, operating down low against Wilson. Well defended from behind. Missed the layup, but Cawthorn gets the rebound batted out to her. To Smith. To Cawthorn. Looks down low now, sends it over to Riley. Abby Riley fires a 3. Off the heel, no. Rebound swatted out of bounds. I believe it was Boyd who went up and just knocked that down on the baseline, so Franklin Simpson couldn't have it underneath. So it'll stay with the Lady Cats with 1:39 left in the second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. At Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Lady Cats and support all of the players and coaches eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. Cawthorn fouled underneath off the inbound, so she will have 2 more free throws. Missed her last 2 in a 42-16 game. Just 12 points in the quarter for the Lady Cats after scoring 30 in that opening frame. Larisha's first free throw looked like it was going to fall and then spun off the right side.
I know Larisha. I mean, she is probably killing herself right now on these missed free throws.
She went for extra hurt. She had to go and walk down her own miss herself and give it to the official. As she spins it, takes 3 dribbles, bends, fires, and rattles that one home. She's got 15 now and will come out for Nasia Nolan with 1:37 left before halftime.
Remember back in the day, if you missed a free throw, you had to do, 2 or 5 push-ups or something like that?
Between that and a Gatorade for drawing a charge, there was a really good reward and punishment system. Boyd up top, tries to wrap it on the elbow to Allen, who wasn't even looking for it. Spencer stole it, then had it knocked away by Wilson. Allen fires with a long 2-point jumper, missed long, and Nasia Nolan has the rebound on the opposite side. Brings it across half court herself with 1:10 left in the quarter to Brown. 6-foot pull up right side, good. Lania's got 7.
And again, this team is at its best when they're running in transition. They're great at making decisions, finding the open woman and converting.
Allen brings it across half court. She fires up at top of the key 3, left it short. Spencer didn't come out and guard her, and that's what she said to her coach. She said, "She didn't guard me." I don't think Coach Hayden was going for it. And here Nasia Nolan has it on the right wing. Thought she was going to fire a 3. Instead, trying to go down low to Talia Spencer, who couldn't control it off the fingertips. And Russellville gets it back with 43 seconds left before halftime.
I mean, again, if you're Russellville, not a bad quarter. You held Franklin to 15 points, and you have the potential to have the last shot, which maybe I think that's what they're doing.
Allen is holding it at half court. Guarded by Spencer, who stands at the 3-point line waiting for her. Goes over to the right wing, wants to be isolated there. Gets inside, lost it. Nasia Nolan picks it up. Nasia lost it off her own knee, now gives it back to Spencer. 18 seconds left in the quarter. Talia's got to get it to somebody, and does to Nasia across half court. Walks into the right corner to Abby Riley. Wanted to drive, but took an extra step off the catch, and Coach Taylor nods in agreement as Abby looked at her trying to say, "Coach, tell me I didn't." She did.
Yep.
And Russellville gets it back with 12 seconds to work with. Mayweather will bring it up, guarded by Lania Brown. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Mayweather waves everybody off. Right wing, hands it off Kimbrough. Pulls for 3 over Brown, missed it short. Rebound batted around, and Riley comes up with it, and that will bring the quarter to a close. It's been sloppy so far. It's weird to say this in a 45-16 game, but I promise you that first half was not what Franklin Simpson wanted it to be, and there will be adjustments at the break, and I'm pretty confident based off of what I know about this team that we're going to see a highly energized, highly motivated Lady Cat team coming out of the halftime break as they lead it 45-16 over Russellville after the second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. They're accepting new patients. Call it 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. First half stats and some preview of the boys matchup between Russellville and Franklin Simpson on the way after this. Again, your score at the break, 45-16 Lady Cats over the Lady Panthers on 92.3 WFKN.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Seeing the Lady Cats of Franklin Simpson lead it over Russellville at halftime. Tyler Eaton joined by Tavius Babb courtside as the Lady Cats have handled their business so far, but as we said before the break, not exactly the start that Franklin Simpson will want to this game. We talked about turnovers, those being a huge point of focus for Franklin Simpson. Weren't the biggest issue, but some unforced ones, some unnecessary ones. We talked about free throws, just 8 for 15 at the line as a team. The Lady Cats have been able to lean on the athleticism advantage, their ability to force their own turnovers, get out and run in transition. But I think just like we talked about with the first matchup against Russellville in the opening half, what we wanted to see, I think, TB, we would both like to see some more of that half-court execution from the Lady Cat offense.
Yeah, like you said, half-court execution, and in that execution, to not turn the ball over when you're getting the ball down low. We've seen that a couple of times. And going back to that Barron County game, right, trying to get the ball down low and those entry passes and those just being thrown out of bounds. In that first half, Franklin Simpson, although they forced 13 turnovers from the Lady Panthers, they committed 8 of their own. And so, I mean, if you're Franklin, you want to clean those up, get the ball in advantageous points, distributing it evenly, and really honing in on that and not turn the ball over.
Lady Cats led by 15 from Larisha Cawthorn, 9 from Chloe Smith, 8 from Jasmine Savage, who hit a couple threes in the first half. She had made multiple threes in 3 straight games and went back-to-back games without a three-pointer between the Bowling Green and the Barron County games. Also didn't make a three-pointer against Russellville the first time around. She was the only Lady Cat not to score in that game. She said, forget that, we're not doing that again. 8 points for her in the opening half. 2 points for Nasia Nolan, Talia Spencer, and Vanessa Ray rounds out the scoring for the Lady Cats. On the other side, 5 points for Demaya Allen. They're big. The 7th grader leads the way for the Lady Panthers. 3 apiece for Mariah Mayweather, Madison Kimbrough, and then 2 for Sanaya McCoy and Mariah Boyd, and 1 point for Eliza Wilson. The Lady Panthers, 16 points in the first half against Franklin Simpson. This time around, they only had 10 the first time these two teams faced off. Franklin Simpson, it felt like we're far more dominant in that first game between the two teams. Russellville has given up some opportunities. Not to say that this would be a super tight game, but very easily could have been a 25-point or so first half for Russellville in this game. This is a squad, we talk about the youth. Madison Kimbrough is their only senior. They've only got one other upperclassman on the entire roster. Most of their starting lineup is made up of middle schoolers. We've really been able to see the potential tonight from these Lady Panthers.
Yeah, you have. I mean, and going back to Demaya, I mean, she has taken on the challenge of one, really trying to go against it with Larisha, and then also just trying to develop. I mean, there are a couple of shots that you were like, probably shouldn't have taken that one, but again, she's young. Maybe could be a little frustrated by the score, but again, something good to see. And then, like you said, with these Lady Cats, I mean, in their first matchup, they scored at least 19 points in the 3 quarters that the starters played.
Yeah.
So they did dominate in that facet. And again, obviously in this game, 15 points in the second quarter. Didn't shoot the ball particularly efficiently in that quarter as well. 5 for 14 as a team. Again, you'd want to see just better efficiency shooting and then just less turnovers in the third quarter.
But the Lady Cats still lead at 45-16 here at Russellville High School as the Wildcats are out on Phil Todd Court getting warmed up for the boys matchup between these two teams. So while we have a moment, let's dive into this one. The Wildcats would clinch the 3-seed better with a win and a Todd County Central loss at Logan County, which is huge because of how good those Logan County Cougars have looked as of late. The Wildcats saw Barron County, the hottest team in the region, on Tuesday. That Logan County team is up there. They're one of the 5 or 6 hottest teams in the region right now. The Wildcats and Lady Cats get to host the district tournament this year. Even playing at home, you do not want to be the team that has that 4th seed and has to play against Logan County. And why the Wildcats can clinch that comes down to the fact that they won the first matchup between these two teams when they played at Franklin Simpson High School. The Wildcats had one of their more impressive two-way showings of the season, winning that game 60-53. Cam Ray, Ja'Kai Partinger, both with 15 points in that game. As a team, the Wildcats shot 46% from the field, 8 for 20 from three-point range. And it was Cam and Cole who came out and closed that game in the final quarter, came 11 points in the fourth quarter. Cole Scherer had 5. We talked a long time about getting Cole Scherer going in this offense. He's going right now. Double-digit scoring in back-to-back games. Had a career-high 14 points against Todd County Central. Followed that up with another double-digit performance against Barron County. That's the second longest streak on the team right now, behind Brody McAllister, who's been in double figures for 3 straight games. The landscape of this offense looks completely different than it did 5 games ago, with the emergence of Brody, the emergence of Allen Johnson from three-point range, who's shooting nearly 50% over the last 8 games, the reemergence of Cole Scherer. But the issue, TB, and it's what the Wildcats we've talked about before, can they take all of those pieces and have them all hit on the same night?
Yeah, that's a big deal, and especially when we've talked about playing a full game of good basketball. Yes. It's been their struggle. In that Barron County game, they had the lead around, was it the third quarter or so, and that's when they started to lose that lead, and Barron County took over. Just having 4 quarters of complete basketball and having all these players come together. And in that Russellville game that they did play back in a couple weeks ago or a month ago or so, whenever it was, they matched rebound for rebound for this Russellville team, which has been a big struggle for this Franklin Simpson team. So if they can continue to do that, they can take this win and just put all that together and come out with a good district win.
It was a huge problem against Barron County. Lost the boards 29-13. The Wildcats led that game 23-14 after the first quarter. Was the best quarter I have seen Franklin Simpson play this year. They were winning the game at halftime. They were taking advantage of turnovers on the Barron County side, but started committing turnovers of their own. And Barron County still took just 41 shots in the game. They won the rebounding by that much and still only took 41 shots. But Franklin Simpson turned it over so many times by the end. The Wildcats only took 40 shots. And we've thrown around often, the magic number is 40% shooting. Franklin Simpson comes out and shoots 50% in that game, but between the turnovers, the battle of the boards, and one thing that I'm interested to see how it goes tonight, TB, Barron County got hot from three-point range. They make 5 triples. The Wildcats only tried 7. They go 3 for 7 from outside. That tied a season low in attempts after we'd seen the three-point shooting against Todd County Central. We saw them set a season high in three-point makes against Logan County. Russellville was another respectable game from three-point range for Franklin Simpson. They had that combination of the three-pointers and the free throws going, went 8 for 20 at a point that tied their season high from three-point range. It's going to be a night, again, we don't know for Russellville. The only question mark right now is the status of one of their best players, who was probably their best player against Franklin Simpson, Noah Stovall, the 6'4" big down low. Whether he's in or not, the Wildcats have to be able to mix it up offensively and find that 3-ball again.
Yeah, it's a huge loss if he doesn't play. I mean, they're going to need Noah Stovall to really disrupt down there in the paint. And he was a good, consistent scorer for this Russellville team, outside of Tutu, obviously.
Yeah.
So if you're Franklin, you're going to basically push the ball down low. You're going to continue to really fight and drive the ball so that you can create these free throw opportunities and do what they do best in creating those opportunities and then scoring and then, again, playing efficient, good defensive basketball.
Set to get the third quarter underway for this girls matchup. Franklin Simpson leading at 45-16 ahead of the third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. As a former athlete at FSHS, Tanner Clark knows a thing or two about basketball and a thing or two about money. Tax questions or issues you need consultation for. Need bookkeeping or payroll done? Tanner and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Jasmine Savage misses an elbow jumper on the first shot of the quarter. Vanessa Ray gets it back, and we see another putback for Franklin Simpson. Lady Cats lead at 47-16. Smith bats a pass to the elbow. Vanessa Ray is up with it. Lady Cats have numbers coming the other way. Vanessa stops, kicks it to Chloe Smith. Left wing 3. Bang! Chloe's got 12. Her 4th three-pointer of the year. 3 of them have come in district play. Went 2 for 2 against Logan County. And now it's 50-16. Franklin Simpson a point away from forcing the running clock with 7 minutes left in this third quarter. Ball on the floor. Cawthorn puts one hand on it as Kimbrough was down there just waiting for them to call the jump ball. And with the arrow, the Lady Panthers will keep it.
It's great to see Chloe again just hitting those threes. Again, a big thing for this Franklin Simpson team was, can they consistently shoot well from deep to put pressure on the opponents to guard out? And so you want to see them continue to do that.
Did not make a 3 against Barron County and did not make one the game before against Bowling Green. They made 4 tonight as a three-pointer from the left side misses for Mayweather. Out of bounds, the rebound makes its way tipped
Good.
into the Russellville student section. No, they're going to get a foul against Chloe Smith. I thought it just went out naturally, but they get Chloe for a loose ball foul. Allen was already back on defense for Russellville. Instead, she stands at the top of the key. Cawthorn was there to pick off a pass if it came in, but instead it goes to Mayweather. They try to get it down low, but the pass goes right to Chloe Smith, who got in front of McCoy. Bounce pass, beautiful find to Ray. Can't finish in transition and stop. She's frustrated. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. That was a beautiful pass off the bounce from Chloe Smith.
And again, Vanessa just off to the races. I mean, I'm surprised there's not smoke coming from her shoes right now.
That was like, I've described it before with Vanessa as the first free throw falls. It's like a receiver where you've just got to throw it so far ahead and just bank on the fact that they're going to chase it down. And, well, every time she chases it down. Second free throw misses short. Chloe and LaRisha fighting for the rebound. Chloe lets Risha have it. Cawthorn gives it back to Smith. Her shot blocked by McCoy. Gets it back. Second try misses. Cawthorn's third try missed long, but she's fouled.
Just a lot of chaos, it seems, by this team right now.
I don't know if you'll ever see a play like that where two players fight for the rebound. One lets the other get it, and then the one that got it passes it back to the one that let her have it. Then she misses the shot on LaRisha, who had the rebound initially. Will now get 2 free throws. First one misses short. Lady Cats now for the game, 9 for 17 at the free throw line. LaRisha went 3 for 4 in the first quarter at the stripe. She's now just 1 for her last 5. Second free throw, good. Again, a small thing. It's not going to matter in a game like this, but it will matter long term because teams will key in on that. There are going to be a lot of fouls called inside Diddle Arena. That's when things pick up in that department.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Clock is running the rest of the way of this one. 52-16, Franklin Simpson leads. Ball on the right wing in the hands of Hampton, guarded by Savage. Tries to go right. She's cut off. Now gives it up at the top of the key to Mayweather. Vanessa Ray on her at half court. Cawthorn defending out wide against Wilson. Now it goes into the left corner into the hands of Kimbrough. Pass inside deflected by Cawthorn. Brown up ahead. It's between Vanessa Ray and Cawthorn. Neither of them thought it was for them, so it's picked off by Mayweather. They both fled up because they thought the other had it. Right corner, Hampton thought about a 3, but Savage picks her up, jumps up to bat the ball, and a pass comes in down low. And I think they're going to get Lanaya for reaching around trying to deflect it. They do. That's her third foul.
And that's the struggle you're going to kind of have right now, especially closing out the rest of the game, is probably more favorable calls are going to go to Russellville just because of the nature of how the game has flowed. So if you're Franklin Simpson, you become more careful, more meticulous in what you're doing, understanding the risk that you take and being calculated in those attempts.
Majayla Butler and Nasia Nolan in, Jasmine Savage and Lanaya Brown out. As Lanaya was coming out, Coach Taylor asked her about that pass. She said, "What were you trying to do?" And Lanaya had an explanation. I don't think Coach Taylor was happy with it. Runner just rims out on the left side for Mayweather. Chloe Smith gets a strong rebound off to Vanessa Ray. Puts it on the floor. Flips it up ahead. Cawthorn, beautiful pass. Missed the layup off the left side. Rips the rebound out of the hands of Boyd down low. And she was not going to miss the second try.
I think she just didn't want to give Vanessa another assist. She has done a great job getting the ball down low to LaRisha.
18 points for Cawthorn. It's 54-16 Franklin Simpson. Left side Mayweather on the baseline. Cut off by Butler. They try to go down low to McCoy. It's thrown past her. Cawthorn with the steal. Keeps it herself. Right block layup. Good. She's got 20.
20 points, 12 rebounds, a couple of assists, 4 steals.
Goodness. 14th time with 20 points. 16th rebound, or double-double of the year unofficially. His ball is batted out of bounds on the baseline. Spencer and Downey will come in with 4:02 left in the quarter and ticking. Smith and Cawthorn, both post players, come out. Both in double figures. They've got a combined 32 in this ball game. Kimbrough trying to inbound it down low. Nice pass to Allen, and it sticks to the right hand. She scores their first point of the quarter. She's got 7.
I'm surprised when they get the ball down low like that. I mean, I would just continue to go to her down in the block.
That's twice now they've done it off the baseline inbound. Downey gets it elbow, drives in. Her 6-foot jumper misses, and a foul call down low. Butler was trying to take it away from Allen. Actually, they get it on Talia Spencer.
Yeah, again, if I'm Russellville right now on this offensive possession, I try to find a way to get it down low to Demaya and let her, I guess, just try to go to work.
She's got 7 of their 18 points, had 7 the first time against Franklin Simpson as well. Boyd's 3 on the left side, misses. Spencer chases down another rebound. Had 5 the first time these two teams faced off to Vanessa Ray. Kick out Downey, right corner, her third three-point try of the game. That one missed long, looked good, was just a bit off the mark, and it's rebounded down low by Allen. Here comes Boyd across half court, picked up by Butler. Crosses from left to right, spins back left, got stuck with it on the left side, now kicks it out Kimbrough. Thought about a deep three, guarded by Nolan, puts it on the floor, left side, gets into the paint, and Nolan got her hand stuck in the cookie jar, and she's going to be called for a reach. Or no, they get it on Vanessa from the side. They both reached in there. Nasia was the first, so I thought it was going to be on her, but they get it on Vanessa from the opposite side, and she'll check out as Mila Rigsby comes in for the first time for Franklin Simpson, making her 12th appearance, or her 11th appearance of the season. Had 3 against Russellville the first time around. Defending off the inbound, Mayweather is forced to miss by Mila, and here comes Franklin Simpson the other way. Majayla Butler inside, stops on the block, had it blocked by Boyd, who had stopped down there to draw the charge. She keeps it herself in transition and flips in an 8-foot runner.
It looked like she almost lost it and kind of just threw it up there.
56-20 now. Right side, Rigsby open for 3. Left it short, rebounded, or lost off the body by Wilson. Ball on the floor, fought for both sides. Jump ball called. Arrow keeps it with Franklin Simpson.
You know, when that 3 went up, I kind of, in my peripheral, saw the bench just kind of slowly rise. They were waiting to explode if she would have hit that 3.
I think they would like nothing more than to see this team connect from deep.
And I think they're just discussing on who has the possession after the jump ball. And I think Franklin started out with possession, I think, in the quarter.
Well, they had called a jump ball after that. They gave it to Russellville. I don't know if we had something after that forced the switch or what the decision-making was there. But now they flip it over to Russellville, ball off the jump ball. So here comes Mayweather into the front court. The arrow was Franklin Simpson's. Don't know what caused that. And now left side driving in is Boyd. Lost on the far sideline, and now the arrow is Franklin's, and the Lady Cats will get the basketball.
A lot of bodies hitting the floor right there. People playing physical, trying to get positioning.
And Russellville's played hard. Despite the deficit, they've not stopped playing.
And again, in that second quarter, their best quarter, if they could have just converted the halfway through the first quarter to the second quarter, if they could just converted some of those layups, I mean, they could have made it more respectable.
Ball nearly thrown away, but Rigsby chases it down left side. Now wraps to the top of the key. Russellville in a 2-3 zone defensively. Butler left wing, puts it on the floor. He gets to the free throw line. Kick out Rigsby. Nasia Nolan left wing. Fakes a 3, drives in, left elbow. Well defended as Allen stepped in and blocked the mid-range jumper. Here comes Wilson the other way, guarded by Butler all the way up the floor. Holds it on the right wing, picks up her dribble, kicks it out right corner. Kimbrough sealed off, threw a pass to herself. They're going to say Rigsby deflected it, and it's rebounded down low as Wilson missed the layup by Majayla Butler. To Nolan right side, rips it away from Boyd, and they say Boyd found her as she just got caught up on the wrist. Boyd was laughing about it afterwards. She didn't mean to, and goes up to apologize after the fact. I think might have got Nasia's hair.
Could have. I couldn't really tell. There was so much running.
The clock is running down with a running clock. Mila Rigsby tries a heads-up 3 as the quarter comes to a close. Can't connect, and it's 56-20 Franklin Simpson. After the third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. Tax questions or issues, a unique consultation for any bookkeeping or payroll done. Tanner and his team doing it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Final quarter will be 8 minutes on the dot. 56-20 Franklin Simpson leads. They're going to move to 4-0 in district play and pick up win number 20 on the season after this on 92.3 WFKN. We're good for a minute. This game will be about an hour and a half shorter than the girls' game Tuesday.
Looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
Back underway at Russellville High as we get the fourth quarter started. Foul call down low. Russellville had possession first. Boyd forced the issue. She's done a really good job of driving the basketball. Gets inside, gets a foul on Mackenzie Taylor, and she will have 2 free throws.
You know, with Boyd, I mean, it kind of confuses players sometimes because, I mean, you're not used to guarding left-handed players.
Yeah.
And so you're usually guarding on their left side to not, to limit that. The right side to limit people driving right. And so for her, I mean, she's like, I'm going to go left anyways, and kind of forced the issue down low.
Boyd misses the first long, second on the way, misses off the left side. It didn't hit the rim. It was a missed lane violation as well. Demaya Allen sprinted in there about a half second before she shot that free throw.
We call that tenacity.
And the Lady Cats get it back up 56-20. Nasia Nolan crossover, gets inside, left-handed layup against Allen, misses long. Talia Spencer fighting for the rebound. Ball got loose from everybody and went out off of Franklin Simpson on the baseline. Would love for this to be a fourth quarter, depending on how long Nasia's out there in a low-pressure situation. Would love to see her to be able to get some shots up.
Yeah, I mean, she has gotten some shots up in the quarter, and I think I know she's wanting some of those layups back.
Yeah.
Just maybe design something for her to get a good opportunity to score.
She's defending Kimbrough left side. Kimbrough tries for her second three of the game. It's missed, and Mackenzie Taylor gets the rebound to Rigsby. Left-handed dribble across half court. Gets inside. They leave her alone at the elbow, and she makes the 12-foot jumper. Nobody picked her up, and Mila Rigsby makes Russellville pay.
Yeah, I mean, when you're wide open like that, nobody's going to guard you coming across half court. I mean, you might as well take it all the way.
Well, when Coach Savage told her as she was bringing it up, give it up. And nobody wanted it to be given to them as Taylor picks up another foul against Boyd driving in down low. Missed the first 2 free throws of the quarter. She'll get 2 here as Abby Riley will check in after the foul against Mackenzie Taylor. Majayla Butler will check in as well. 6:31 left in the ball game. I said the quarter would be exactly 8 minutes, and the Lady Cats pick up 2 fouls that force free throws. First one misses for Boyd. She's 0 for 5 at the line tonight.
This team's still locked in. Wanting to finish this quarter strong, get some good shots up, and again, just limit turnovers.
Boyd misses the free throw, rebounded by Riley to Rigsby. Her pass is deflected and stolen away by Demaya Allen. Crossover dribble, doing her best Larisha Cawthorn impression up the floor. Boyd now brings it back to the right wing, guarded by Majayla Butler. Has to pick up her dribble and gives it up. Mayweather, step back 3 over Rigsby. Missed it short, was a good-looking move, but it's rebounded by Downey. 58-20 as Riley brings it across half court, and the Lady Cats slow things down. Spencer sets a screen. Riley out to Butler. Steps into a right side 3, left it short. Abby Riley with another rebound. Tries to leave it for Downey. Then the pass is deflected by Kimbrough, who's fouled from behind by Sanaya Downey.
It looked like Mayweather might have hurt. Just kind of wincing at those ribs right there. I don't know. Kind of freed up Majayla on the three-point line.
And Coach Savage told her, shoot it again.
Build up some confidence in this game. This is the time to build up your confidence, especially being able to play kind of carefree.
Yeah. She's 0 for 6 from 3 this season, but the tries have ticked up over the last few games. His right side, a deep 3 from Mayweather, misses badly, and the Lady Cats will get it back with 5:10 left and ticking in this one. Lady Cats will be on the road with the Wildcats Monday against Todd County Central. Then both teams will be back home against Logan County for the district finales next Friday. Spencer gets it on the block. Tries to go opposite block to Riley, and it's tipped out of bounds. And we'll stay with Franklin Simpson as Denasia Kennedy comes in for the first time for Russellville.
And that's the kind of sets that Franklin runs when they get it to the big down low like that. As
Riley gets it on the right block, and scores. They're using Abby Riley, who might be the smallest player on the floor, to function as the power forward right now, and she scores that time on the block. Left corner three-pointer faked by Hampton to Kimbrough. Down low, dart pass to Boyd, missed the layup against Riley. Rebound fought for, still loose out of bounds off of Russellville to Franklin Simpson. Riley now with 11 points this year. She keeps scoring 2. That's been her career high. Every time she did it against Russellville the first time around, did it against Todd County Central. Let's see if she can break past that mark over the final 4 minutes of this game.
And we've talked personally. We believe that Abby Riley will develop into a really good player as she continues to get older and get used to the system.
It shows you the trust that Coach Taylor has in her. She's one of only 2 freshmen on this roster. Rigsby gets free throw line. Riley left corner wide open for 3. Pushed it long, but Becca Luttrell, the other freshman on this roster, gets the rebound to Rigsby. Riley drives in, leaves it for Spencer on the block. Trying to go back to Riley, knocked away, and now a foul going to be called as Riley was grabbed from behind by Boyd.
I think they wanted Talia to go up with the ball when she got the ball down low.
She's always looking to pass it to somebody. She wants to pad the assists. 3:20 left. Rigsby will inbound underneath. Trying to survey for options. Pass is deflected, and it's stolen away at the top of the key by Boyd. Taylor trying to chase her down in transition, but Boyd finishes with the left hand. She's got 6 points. Could easily be in double figures with the free throws. She's played an impressive game. Luttrell left side. Nice entry pass to Spencer. Turns and scores with the baby hook.
And that's what they wanted from Talia, to not think about it, just to go up, turn around, and shoot it. As usually one of the biggest players on the court, you have the advantage of not really getting your shot blocked as long as you keep the ball high when you catch that entry pass.
She's tied her career high as well. Left corner, ball fake as Hampton pulls it back out. Pass is stolen away by Becca Luttrell. In transition, Becca fouled from behind and crashes down. Fortunately, there was someone down underneath the basket taking footage that she was able to fall into and hold her up. Otherwise, could have been a scary fall. And Becca Luttrell, the freshman, will head to the line for 2 free throws, making her 7th appearance of the year. 4 points scored on the season. 2 of them came against Russellville. Again, every bench player scored in that game for Franklin Simpson. First of these 2 free throws, misses long.
And again, another thing, Becca Luttrell, right? Just a player that isn't maybe athletically there as other players, but is great at anticipating where the ball is going to be. And so, again, like an Abby Riley, as she develops, she's going to be a key player for this team.
Misses the second free throw short. And Russellville, I don't know if Allen was trying to pad her stats, but she crashes into the fans trying to save that ball in bounds. Was on the sideline when she touched it, and it goes back to Franklin Simpson.
Checks on the fans, too, gives them a thumbs up.
Was a free possession for Russellville. Instead, it goes back to the Lady Cats. Right side, Luttrell. That's where she likes to tee off from 3, and she drills it. Who needs free throws when you can get a three-pointer? That's where she likes to operate. When she gets into this lineup, we're going to see it over the next couple of years. It's a very different dynamic with these Lady Cats. A lot more shooting in this younger crop between Riley, Rigsby, Luttrell, Mackenzie Taylor, Madeline Dean, who's getting set to check in. It's 65-22. Ball lost down low. Boyd able to get it back and again scores with the left hand. She's got 8 now to take the team lead away from Allen. And with those 2 right there, TB, you've got the future of this Russellville team.
Yeah, you do. I mean, the future looks bright, and as long as they continue to develop as they are, I mean, it's going to look really good and continued success.
Mackenzie Taylor, right side 3, left short, rebounded down low by Allen. She'll walk it into the front court. Minute and a half left to go in this one. Carmen Phillips, Becca Luttrell, Madeline Dean, Mackenzie Taylor, and Abby Riley, the 5 on the floor for the Lady Cats right now. Right now, Allen just holding it up top. Drives right, little behind the back dribble. Flashes it between the legs dribble on the right wing. Gets inside, takes the contact, can't finish, but draws the foul against Phillips, and she'll go to the line for a pair.
And she can move. I mean, I think as she gets more control of her body, as she grows up, I mean, she can really move and is more athletic than you would think.
Has 2 free throws with 59.6 ticks left in the ball game. Misses the first. She's a 56% shooter on the season. That actually leads this Russellville team as the second one misses long, but Boyd gets it back. Ball left on the right. Block shot is swatted out of bounds by Phillips.
No lack of defense whenever when the starters are out. Don't expect the defense to get worse.
Allen gets the inbound, missed it, but tipped the rebound to Kennedy, who's able to score, and the Russellville section breaks out in applause as Denasia Kennedy is able to score just her 10th point of the season. 30 seconds left at 65-26. Luttrell, right side, Phillips faces, fires, missed the jumper. I think that's the first jump shot we've seen Carmen shoot. And here comes Russellville the other way. Boyd inside again and again. She's able to draw a foul. Boyd has taken 6 free throws already in this game. She's yet to make one, but going to hunt that first make with 2 more.
Just excellent at driving the basketball. Again, she likes to go left. I mean, it's kind of the thing for her.
It's different from everybody else you face. I was calling a Western game a little while ago as Boyd's first free throw misses. And WKU has a player, Christian Lander, left-handed. And the defense they were facing never adjusted. He would go left every time, and every time they're just used to guarding a player going to their right. And he would fake right, go left, and they had nothing for it. As Boyd makes the second free throw, she gets her first make at the line, has 9 points. And the Lady Cats will run this clock out with a 65-27 score up on the board. Franklin Simpson moves to 20-2 on the season. They remain undefeated in 13th district play on the year. Russellville falls to 1-20. They are 0-4 in district play. Again, 65-27, your final score. Franklin Simpson takes it here at Russellville High School. The Lady Cats get the double header started on the right foot. We'll see how the boys follow it up in what should be a fun matchup. We saw it here firsthand the 2 times these 2 teams faced off on this floor. A tight contest on the boys' side. In the regular season and in the district tournament, the Panthers stunned the Wildcats, who are the top seed in the district, coming in to tournament play. Again, your final score in the girls' game, 65-27. Franklin Simpson takes it over Russellville. We get you all the final stats, chat with Coach Taylor, pick out our player of the game after this on 92.3 WFKN. We can do a couple minutes. I have bad news. We might have another senior night on our heads, Kendra.
Let me have your attention, please. All seniors and senior parents.
You definitely did not hear him say all seniors.
In the lobby. All seniors and senior parents.
Can you grab a picture of that line? Or, yeah, just write it down.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. big on commitment.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
40 points. Tyler Eaton joined by Tavius Babb. TB, we said this multiple times throughout the broadcast, and I want to be sure to give flowers where they're due. This is a 1-20 team. It's hard to come out and play with your 1-20. I've seen this talked about a lot with the season that Warren Central has had on the girls' side. And again, high school is a different beast from college, any level of sports where you don't know what you're going to get with any given team, and regardless of where you're at, it can be a challenge just to come out and play. These Lady Panthers, they only put up 27 points in this game. I know the score looks rough. They played a lot better than that number, and to me looked night and day from the last time that we saw them just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, like after that first minute of explosion for Franklin Simpson, I mean, the game was very respectable between these Panthers and Franklin Simpson. The Lady Panthers, I mean, again, just doing a good job of rebounding the ball. They caused a lot of turnovers for this Franklin Simpson team. And, again, if they could have just converted a lot of missed layups and some jumpers, I mean, they could have made this more of a game than what it was. So, yeah, like you said, flowers to them.
Mariah Boyd ends up leading the way for the Lady Panthers with 9 points. They go 4 for 15 at the free throw line as a team, so they're just a first example of how they had an opportunity to put up more points than they did. Boyd, for her cause, gets there 8 times, only able to make one of them. Demaya Allen finishes with 7 points. Continues to be the most impressive player on this Russellville team. She's going to develop. Worth noting, Boyd is just a freshman as well. They're going to have those girls to work on over the next few years. It's a middle school team that I believe just won the district on the girls' side as well, so the future is very bright. And you could see how they would win the middle school side of things when you're able to roll out a Demaya Allen and Eliza Wilson, players like that on your middle school team that are regularly out here and contributing on your high school team as well. For the Lady Cats, 20 points leads the way from Larisha Cawthorn. She needed 4 points to get to 1,000 for her Franklin Simpson career. She got that pretty quickly. She had 11 points in the first quarter of this game. I think the only thing that you would nitpick with Larisha in this one would be the free throw shooting. She goes 5 for 10. Franklin Simpson, a team 10 for 21. And I know Ashley Taylor is going to let us know her displeasure about that. It's one of those games, and we've seen it before, TB, where Franklin Simpson can win a game by a margin like this, and yet these are the meetings in the locker room that last the longest, because we said that I said the number one thing that I expected to see was the energy and the effort to be at a super high level, and it was for about that first half of the first quarter, kind of faded from there. You can't afford to have lapses like that. You can get away with it in a game like this, but you got to be able to string that together for 4 quarters like it's a Bowling Green, like it's a Barron County, and find that energy yourself night in, night out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is you can't rely solely on offensive rebounds to get all of your scoring. I mean, a lot of the scoring came on offensive rebounds. They had 21 offensive rebounds in the game, and that's really unprecedented for this team. 42 on the game in total. You're going to have to learn how to play in that half-court set and create those shots when you're not stealing the ball and maybe the full-court pressure isn't going the way you want to. Like we see all great teams, being able to win in a variety of different ways is what wins you championships.
12 points for Chloe Smith in this one, 8 for Jasmine Savage, 7 for Lanaya Brown, 5 for Vanessa Ray, 4 points off the bench for Talia Spencer, ties a career high. Becca Luttrell sets a new career high as she trains a three-pointer in that final quarter. Then we get 2 points apiece from Nasia Nolan, Mila Rigsby, and Abby Riley. Lady Cats, the entire bench doesn't score in this ball game, but still they get up above their average. We had seen over the course of this season, the Franklin Simpson bench at times really struggled to produce any points. Before they got to district play, the Lady Cat bench was scoring just 5 points per game. They get into double digits as a unit in this one tonight. Senior night festivities taking place here at Russellville High School. Coach Ashley Taylor will join us kneeling courtside. This is a new way to do one of these interviews.
Look, he's back. I got the stat thing.
I mean, isn't that
wonderful? I like
wonderful?
it when you're here. I like to look at this.
You can look at all the stats. You can look at the turnovers. Don't look at our free throw shooting. I don't think you're going to like it.
That's the first thing I wanted to look at.
We've talked about games like this before where there are things for us to work on, and we talked about it coming into the game. We listed free throw shooting obviously as one of those, half-court execution, and to me, I really wanted to see the energy be there all night long, and I think the first half of the first quarter, the energy was incredible. Kind of faded off from there. It's tough, and I get it in a game like this to try to keep that for 4 quarters, but I also think Russellville, to me, Coach, just looked a lot better, much improved than they did the first time we saw them.
Definitely. I thought their guards kind of just had the mentality of we're going to put our head down and get to the rim.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I thought they did. I thought we came out, and threw the first punch and got in, and we were clicking and going. And then we were like, oh, okay, here we are. We're going to finish the game. And
we got a little complacent.
So what we talked about in these games is if you're not doing good habits, then you're doing bad.
Yeah.
And so it's okay to just look crisp and still score the ball and stuff. So we got to learn that you got to do things the exact same way, because if not, you're picking up bad habits.
This is a game that for Larisha I know means a lot. Doing it on her home floor, getting 1,000 points at Franklin Simpson. That's not her big goal. Her big one is getting to 2,000
points mad at you.
For her career.
Look, she loved this place and they love her, but her home court is Franklin Simpson.
It's her, I guess, hometown. That's the way to phrase it.
That's fine.
And, I mean, she breaks, I think maybe more important to her would be breaking that three-point streak. She had been hunting one now for going on 18 games of trying to get one since she made a couple of them earlier this season. For her, important night, but I thought especially, and I loved it in that opening quarter, I thought she was the one leading the way with that energy early on in this ball game. I know it's always special for her to come back and play these Lady Panthers.
Definitely. She has nothing but love for this place. That's who she is. She comes out, she plays the exact same way every single night, and so she came out here, did her thing, broke the 1,000 streak at Franklin, got her average up, and sat over here and cheered our teammates on.
Your bench tonight contributes. We didn't get every bench player to score like we were able to in the last game.
Jasmine Savage scored, though.
Against Russellville, but Jasmine Savage scored this time.
She was the one that didn't last time.
I said this. She made a mid-range shot in this game. She made 2 free throws against Barron County, like the trifecta for her in a week. You will never see that again.
I'm telling you. Multi-dimensional.
I don't know what's been in the water for her, but it's just a completely different staff. I want to ask you about somebody I haven't been able to ask you about this year, and it's somebody that when I watch, I can just see little spurts. I'm like, this is going to be a ball player. Becca Luttrell.
Yeah.
Obviously, at her size, you don't know what you're going to get from her until you go out there and she's ripping up three-pointers from all over the place. She's someone, obviously, still got to work on the tools, but showed great anticipation on a steal up at the top of the key. She's got those tools to turn into a really good player.
I think she's always been able to shoot it. Coming out of middle school, she could really shoot it. On this level, she's learning to defend.
Yeah.
And so it was good seeing her get that high hip and get that steal at the top because it's something that she's trying to learn to do at the high school level. She's a great worker, man. She comes in every day, works, and so I love when I get to watch them out there play.
I know that you probably wish Talia would have scored more than the 4 points that she had out there tonight. She ties a career high.
Actually, I just wanted her to rebound. That's what I want to know.
She did collect
7.
She had 5 the last time these two teams faced off. I think 7 is her new career high.
Yeah, man, listen, she's going to score, and I like that she did. She's a finisher around the rim. But what I want to see her and what's going to translate over to being able to play with Risha and Chloe in big ball games is to rebound that basketball. And so that's what we've been talking to her about. And I thought she went out there tonight and she was hunting the rebounds. And so, now we're ready to take that next step. Now it's the outlet out of the rebound. And so I'm proud of her for that. I'm more proud of those 7 rebounds than I am the 4 points.
Well, Abby Riley was out there hunting rebounds tonight. She operated out of the post, scored on a baseline inbound play. I don't know that we're going to see her much more play in the 4 anytime this year, but she's another one that once it's all pieced together, just with more reps that she gets out there, you can just see the glimpses of what she can be.
Yeah, you never know with us. We'll have you a little bit of everywhere.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you on Monday. Well, I won't see you on Monday. It's the only game I missed the rest of the way this season. If something goes wrong, I take the blame.
Tyler.
But I'll be back on Friday.
Tyler, you already missed all the games.
I didn't miss all the games.
All the ones before you got
I came back and you told me that I jinxed the free throw shooting. We go 10 for 21 tonight, and I say that I'm stepping away. You should be thrilled.
I went Risha Cawthorn. I'm half of that.
Well, she was exactly half of it, so I think you'd be right for that. All right, Coach. TB, well, maybe he'll see you on Monday, but everyone watching on Channel 9, the people listening, they'll see and hear you on Monday, and then I'll see you on Friday.
All right, I'll see you then, Ty.
All right, that's Coach Taylor joining us. And then I've got to repeat this. I said every time, it's a great night when Franklin Simpson wins, and it's a great night when Talia Spencer is on the broadcast. It's an even better night when she doesn't know how to put the headset on and she tries to put it on the wrong way. You know I was going to call you out on that. Coach Taylor, did you hear that? 7 rebounds for you in this ballgame. How does it feel to hear that?
I've just been working really hard in practice to, get that or get as many rebounds as I can in the game and come out and transfer what I do in practice to a game. So it feels really good to see that it's showing. One
thing that I feel like at this point we talk about every time you play against this Russellville team, you score 4 points.
Right.
It's exactly 4 points.
Every time.
You're too unselfish. And we talked about this before. For you, it's almost instinct. Like when you get the ball to make a pass, do you almost have to, when you're in a spot where you can score, because there was one point for sure where you got it down low, had an opportunity, passed it up, and I know Coach Savage and Coach Taylor were like, shoot the ball. You almost have to, do the opposite of most players who the instinct is to score. Do you have to, shut off the passing side of your brain and think, oh, okay, just go up and score it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Because, I just like to share the ball more than I do score it.
How much work goes in, and we talked about, how much you practice against Larisha and Chloe, but when you get into a game spot and you're not going up against those two, how much work goes into that rebounding side of things? How much of it is, we talk about a mental thing with shooting and passing. How much is it a mental thing of, okay, shot about to go up, let me get in this spot? How much of it is in the moment, just forcing yourself to kind of get in the fray? You were a lot more physical. You were in those scrums tonight. How much has gone into making that happen, and how much do you feel like that's something that has been worked on versus something that kind of just has to come with more game rep like you've been able to get now over these last few games?
Right. I feel like I do as much as I can in practice. Going up against Risha and Chloe, those are very big bodies, very talented. So when I rebound against them, I just feel like it's kind of easier when it transfers into the game. And as I go in the game getting more reps, it gets kind of easier.
4-0 in district play now on the season. I rattled this off on the broadcast. I usually don't throw my Coach Taylor stats at players, but you've been around for a long time, so I just love to throw these out. You guys are 35-2 against this district under Coach Taylor. That's a pretty good number. My favorite stat is you're 65-0 when you hold teams under 40 points on the season.
Right.
Is there any kind of talk that goes on with you guys? Probably not target numbers, but offensively you guys put up points. Would you say this team takes more pride in how much you score, or how often we see you shut down teams and hold them to low numbers? Is it offense or defense that you think this team takes more pride in?
It's definitely defense. We definitely take more pride in our defense, because without our defense, we probably wouldn't score as many buckets as we do now. Defense definitely plays a big part, a huge role.
Well, it's a good night when we get to talk to Talia Spencer after a win. It's a great night when Talia Spencer doesn't know how to put on her headset after a win. It's an even better night when I get to give a Player of the Game medal to Talia Spencer after the win. You're starting to kind of rack these things. You're starting to make a little collection.
Yeah,
although
I have 2 plaques.
You got 2 plaques.
Medals.
You got 2 medals. We'll see if you can get past the plaque count. I don't know how many medals it takes to equal a plaque.
Oh,
but
so you still do the plaques?
No, I'm saying in terms of value. So you got 2 medals,
okay.
2 plaques.
I say 4.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Oh,
so
okay.
You need 8 medals. I don't know if we've got enough.
4 medals.
So I'm saying are you saying that 1 plaque is 4 medals?
Yes.
Or if we're going to match the 2 plaques, you've got 2 medals. Okay, this is math. We're doing math. 2 plaques would be 8 medals. Okay. You need 6 more medals.
Okay.
So I need you. You got 7 rebounds. Every game that you can get more than 7 rebounds, we'll give you a medal.
All right.
I think we can rack it up that way. All right.
All right.
Talia, make sure TB takes your picture, because sometimes he forgets to, and sometimes you get excited and walk off.
Okay.
Thank you for hopping on,
Bye,
and congratulations.
Queens and Kings.
She didn't forget her bye, Queens. There goes Talia Spencer, your Player of the Game, brought to you tonight by Pelican Snowballs of Franklin. With over 100 snowball flavors, Pelicans is the perfect place for you and your family to get a treat. Be on the lookout for the start of their next season. And now we're joined by Mila Rigsby, who I want to walk back through the transition play where you bring it across half court, Mila. Coach Savage is telling you to give the ball up. He just screamed. I don't know if you heard him from the bench.
Yeah, I did.
He usually does a good job of making sure whoever is on the floor hears him. Mm-hmm. He's just saying, give it up, give it up, give it up. Nobody picks you up. What is going through your mind as you go down there and you get to your spot about 12 feet from the basket and realize there is nobody within 5 feet of me?
I mean, I'm the type of person, I like to pass it, but nobody was really in front of me, so I figured I'd shoot it, and I hope I didn't get yelled at, which I didn't, because I made it. So
these are the types of games that we saw it the first time against Russellville. That game, every player on the bench scored. We didn't quite get there tonight.
Okay.
But these are the types of games where you know your bench unit, they're going to get some more opportunities. And For you, and I asked Talia about what this team takes more pride in, offense or defense. She said defense, and I think that's probably true for most people. For you making the adjustment in games like this where you're getting more game time and you know is a team that's so senior heavy, these are your opportunities to get ready for what you're going to see the next few years. Is it more of an adjustment in real game time on offense, or is it more of an adjustment in real game time on defense for you?
Defense, definitely, because most of the seniors, they're super, super fast and, like, really, like, athletic. And, like, for me, I'm not as athletic, but I think, you know, Jasmine, she guards pretty well. And I think if I guard like Jasmine, I think I'll be able to.
You've talked to me before about modeling that side of your game after Jasmine. And I think it speaks to something I mentioned in the broadcast. This next crop of players, when you look at yourself, we could throw Kins into that conversation. Obviously, Becca, and I feel like as I go through everybody, it fits the same mold. Abby, Madeline, a lot more shooting in this second crop.
Definitely.
What is that dynamic? I almost wish like I could sit and watch a practice of like you've got these two units that are completely different from each other. How cool is it to be going up against this experienced unit that are all defensive focused and know that you guys are coming in. You guys have been offense, shooting. How fun is that dynamic for you?
It's pretty cool. Like in practice, you can definitely tell like we're two different types of groups.
It's almost like two different teams that are practicing against each other.
Definitely. But I think next year we'll have to lock in on defense more than we do offense because offense will come easier to us.
I also don't think Coach Taylor will let you get away with not locking in on defense.
I agree.
Well, Miley, congratulations on the win tonight. Congratulations on the bucket after Coach Savage was trying to tell you to do the complete opposite of what you did. I hope the lesson taken away from that was not to not listen to Coach Savage because most of the time he is right.
He's always right. According to him.
Oh, I hope he's listening. That'll get you some cred from Coach Savage. Mila, congratulations on the win, and thank you for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
That's Mila Rigsby joining us on our post-game show. Lady Cats winners tonight, 65-27 here at Russellville High School. Franklin Simpson on the boys' side will look to make it a perfect sweep as we complete the doubleheader after this on 92.3 WFKN. All right, we can do a couple minutes. And we'll actually get a full 15-minute pregame show.
Per Caden, he said that Cameron said that Noah Stovall quit.
Really?
He's not even here. They say he's not even here tonight. Now again, that's from Cameron from Caden to me. So take that up with a grain of salt.
I don't know.
Talking about my reporting, my sources coming from you, from Cameron.
This is some TMZ stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me see who they got starting. Well, I mean, I guess I got them in the book anyway. Those are the boys starters.
Yes, sir.
Coleman, McCage. Also went for my number with how many points he had because I don't believe that he only had 16 or whatever.
I don't think so either. I'm pretty sure he had at least 20. Look at this picture there.
That's a good one.
There's your pick. You can have yards rank. Okay, good.
I assumed. I mean, they really.
They had this peasant water, the Sani. Oh.
This will still be different from the first time we faced them last year because they didn't just have Stovall in that game. They didn't have Tutu either.
Yeah.
I mean, but Stovall's our problem, man.
That's crazy.
Time to get you set for the boys matchup between Franklin Simpson and Russellville. From Russellville High School, the Lady Cats get things started with a dominant win to remain undefeated in district play. The Wildcats coming in 2-1 in the district. Russellville 1-3. The Panthers with their lone win against Todd County Central, who are playing against Logan County tonight. If they lose and Franklin Simpson wins, the Wildcats would clinch at least the 3 seed in the district tournament, which huge. And being in that 2-3 matchup means everything considering how Logan County is playing right now. The Panthers beat Franklin Simpson by 30 on their home floor. The Wildcats will look to have something to say about that when those two teams meet in the second game on next Friday. Wildcats now 5-13 overall in the season. Russellville 5-16. Franklin Simpson led 23-14 after the first quarter at Barron County, but the Trojans would go on to win their 8th straight game, 61-54. The Panthers, 2 weeks ago, that win over Todd County Central was actually their first over a Kentucky team. Their first 4 wins came against Tennessee teams in December, but they haven't won a game since then. Their last game being a loss 90-63 at South Warren on Tuesday, coming in on a 4-game losing streak, which coincides with 4 games without Noah Stovall, the big 6'4" big man who had 18 points against Franklin Simpson. Really started to take that game over for Russellville. He had 6 of those 18 in the first half, had 8 in the fourth quarter alone. He is not playing tonight for Russellville. They do still have Tutu McCage. We have one example of a game without Stovall. Last year when these two teams faced off, Franklin Simpson dominated 77-53. That was a season high 77 points that they put up, but they also didn't have McCage in that game. They do still have Tutu McCage, the senior here on Russellville's senior night. He's averaging 19 points per game, has scored at least 11 times, had 21 against Franklin the first go-around, TB, but we saw in the fourth quarter Franklin Simpson found an answer with Brody McAllister on McCage, holding him to 3 points in that final frame. I don't know if we'll see that matchup from start to finish in this game, but you've got to know on senior night, no Stovall. He is going to carry an even bigger load than usual offensively for these Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, he's what we call a big game hunter. We saw in that Russellville game last year that he was just really hunting. He had the energy. He was screaming at the top of his lungs after making big play after big play. I mean, he is one of those players that steps up and rises to the occasion. And what better occasion it is to celebrate your last game here at your home court in senior night.
Russellville just 1-10 against region teams. Franklin Simpson, they haven't only struggled against the region, they've struggled in particular on the road. They're 5-4 at home, but again, I noted 5-13 their record overall. 0-9 away from home in total. They played 3 neutral site games down at their Christmas tournament in Gatlinburg. They're 0-6 in true road games this season, including the loss against Barron County on Tuesday. Wildcats offensively continue to piece together good games. They scored 54 in that game after the season-high 77 against Todd County Central. We talked a long time about Franklin Simpson struggling to hit 50 points. That's no longer been an issue. They've scored 50 or more 11 times this season, but they're just 5-6 in those games, which is remarkable because the last 4 seasons, Franklin Simpson was 58-21 when they scored at least 50 points. That tells you the issue is not getting to 50. It's that the defense is giving up more points. We saw that against Barron County, TB. The Trojans in that ball game as a team shot nearly 60% from the floor. They go 19 for 26. That's 73% from 2-point range. And the defensive issues are coupled with the rebounding issues, leading to a lot of easy second chance opportunities. No Stovall tonight for Russellville. McCage is their leading rebounder on the season. Against a smaller team like Todd County Central was, you've got to take advantage and at least play even on the boards like the Wildcats did when these two teams faced off the first time.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you have to play even. You have to really hone in on McCage, not allow him to break the game and bust it wide open. And like you said, I mean, against Logan County, the same results. Offensively, outside that first quarter, they were amazing.
Yes.
In the 3 quarters after that.
They made a season-high 9 3-pointers.
Exactly. They just couldn't stop Logan County whatsoever, especially in that first quarter. Same thing with Barron County. And so if you're going here, you're going against district. Again, we're not saying that they can't beat Logan County because we know that coming in the district play, that's a whole other field.
Franklin Simpson smoked Russellville last season in the first matchup between those two teams, and then the Panthers beat the Wildcats in the district tournament.
Exactly. So it changes completely, but what you don't want to do is put yourself in an unfavorable position. So tonight you want to get this win. You want to near close to clinch that 3 or higher seed so that whenever you're coming back in the district and you have a more favorable matchup going into that first round where if you lose that game, you're done.
Wildcats offensively, I want to hone in on that. Well, I'd say that it's not the issue. Let's give props to what has been good offense as of late for Franklin Simpson. They shot 50% from the floor against Barron County. The issue, turnovers, and we'll talk about that more as we go on. But the biggest boost that Franklin Simpson has gotten as of late is Cole Scherer. Had been in single digits in 9 straight games. He scores 14, a career high against Todd County Central. Follows that up with another double-digit performance with 12 points to lead the Wildcats against Barron County. Brody McAllister has the longest current streak of double-digit games. He's been in double figures 3 straight games now, and over that stretch, he has been extremely efficient. 14 for 19 from the floor over the last 3 games. He's now averaging 5.5 points per game. He leads the Wildcats for a second straight season. He's a 5'10" guard, shooting 51% from the floor. He's the most efficient player the Wildcats have. He's scored at least 7 in 6 of the last 7 games, the first of which was that first Russellville game where TB, I think between the scoring and the defense on McCage, he really gained the confidence that he can be a bona fide starting level player for this Franklin Simpson lineup.
Yeah, he has played tremendous in these games, and it seems like as the season goes on, he gets better and better and better. I'm looking at the 3 games he's played in district play. Against Russellville, 2 for 4, 7 points. Against Logan County, 5 for 8, and then against Todd County Central, 5 for 6. So in those 3 totals, 12 for 18, shooting 66%. And that's 29 points total. I mean, he has truly blossomed into a great overall player. And Franklin, they're going to really need him to continue to develop in that kind of role as the season progresses.
Alan Johnson had 8 points in the first quarter. The Wildcats came out and started that game on a blitz. 23-14 was the score FS after 1. Allen didn't score again, though. Did hit 2 3-pointers, but he's now 19 for 40 from 3 over the last 8 games. That's 49%. The problem, the Wildcats only made 1 3-pointer after that opening quarter. They go 3 for 7 as a team. We mentioned this at halftime of the girls' game. That ties for the least 3-pointers they've taken this season, which pairs with tying a season high in field goal shooting with that 50%, but only the 40 field goal attempts. You shoot it great from the floor. 3 for 7 is extremely efficient from 3 for the lack of attempts. And then on the other side, with the free throw shooting, everything was great in that game for Franklin Simpson. In a game like this with the athletes Russellville has, knowing that they're going to come out here with basically a 5-guard lineup without having their big man Stovall, you've got to protect the basketball in this game.
You got to protect the basketball. You cannot turn the ball over. And like you talked about Allen, right, getting him those open looks. And I think this is going to be a repetitive thing in district play because that's kind of where their games are going to be mattering as much. In district play, Alan Johnson shooting 50% from 3, 10 for 20. And so you're going to want to keep him going, keep him high. And his threes have become very timely, it seems, at games. And so this team, just again, you got to protect the ball. You cannot allow this Russellville team to get second chance opportunities and take away possessions from you and not allowing you to shoot the ball at the volume as which you want to shoot it.
It's incredible. We're 18 games into this Franklin Simpson season. We're talking about top scorers, and we've gone through 3 players before we get to their actual leading scorers on the season. Ja'Kai Partinger, averaging 12 points per game, scored 10 on 4 for 11 shooting. Only attempted 1 3-pointer in that game after trying at least 3 in the last 7 games coming in. He's been in double figures 12 times this year. 2 out of the 3 13th district game had 15 points the first time around against Russellville, as did Cam Ray, who only had 8 points in that game against Barron County, just 2 in the first half, only going 2 for 8 from the field. This is a number we keep talking about because it keeps mattering. Just like Kai, again, 15 points against Russellville the first time around. In the other district win for Franklin Simpson against Todd County Central, Cam, 15 points. In their 4 wins overall this season, he's averaging 15. He's been in double figures in all of them and has scored at least 15 in 3 of those 4. Whether it's early, whether it's late, I'm not even going to ask for him to score in the first quarter anymore. We can give up on that pipe dream. Cameron Ray, the numbers tell us, has to find a way to score the basketball for Franklin Simpson to win.
Yeah, he has to get involved on both sides of the court. He has to, one, be a plus defender on the defensive side, not allowing blow bys. We've seen a couple of backdoors given up in that Barron County game. But then, like you said, on the offensive side, he's going to have to look for a shot and make up that scoring because, like you said, when he's scoring at a volume and efficiency like we've seen him, this team has become virtually a different team overall, especially in the half-court set.
If you're tuning in or watching for the first time, you're probably thinking, wow, guys, a great stat. Thank you for telling us that about Cam. If you've been with us before, you're probably saying, we get it. Cam needs to score for the Wildcats to win. We're going to keep saying it until it's not true. It remains true, and we'll see it tested tonight Wildcats looking to move to 3-1 in district play. Russellville trying to stay in the mix. They're 1-3 coming into tonight. Panthers, they do not struggle to score points. This is a good offensive team. We talk about the defensive struggles for Franklin Simpson. They're amplified for Russellville. They give up 67 points per game, 70 against region teams. They've given up at least 60 in all 4 of their district games. This is a Russellville team that you know is going to be hungry to win on this floor, not just because it's senior night, because they've also struggled on this floor. They're just 1-9 at home this season. They score 57 points per game. That's better than Franklin Simpson. They struggle from deep in terms of percentage, just a 25% three-point shooting team. They do not shy away from shooting from outside. They average 18.5 three-point attempts per game, and they're perfectly balanced with their free throws. They try 18.5 free throws per game, a 61% free throw shooting team. They went 10 for 16 against Franklin Simpson, 18 for 27 in their lone district win against Todd County Central, with McCage figuring to be the main piece offensively. He's averaging 4 attempts at the line per game. Junior guard Jarius Coleman, he's averaging 4 free throw attempts per game. And then joining them in the backcourt is Jamarion Gardner. He's averaging 5 free throw attempts per game. Between those 3 and more space freed up without Stovall, they're going to try to force that foul issue against a Franklin Simpson team that surrendered 17 free throws to Barron County on Tuesday.
Yeah, if you're Franklin Simpson, you're going to have to play good, disciplined defensive basketball. You cannot allow all these fouls. You can't reach in. Franklin Simpson, something they're really good at is getting those charge calls.
Yes.
But you're going to have to make sure you're in positioning for those, not giving up and ones, because what we saw last year in that district tournament is when this Russellville team gets going and their crowd gets into this game, the momentum just really shifts, and you can just see this Russellville team really feed off that energy. And so you're going to have to shut that down, not allow them to go on big runs against you and play, again, good quality defense.
McCage averages 19 points per game. Gardner 10 points per game. He's their second leading scorer on the season. Scored 20 points in the win against Todd County Central, just 6 the first time around against Franklin Simpson. Jarius Coleman averaging 8.6 points per game. Only had 3 against FS, had 15 against Todd County Central. I mentioned that trio in the win they had against Todd County Central. 2-2 McCage, 22 points. Jamarion Gardner, 20 points. Darius Coleman, 15 points. It's the Cam Ray effect. If they score, Russellville wins. McCage averaging 19 per game. He's averaging 24 per game in their wins this season. Has scored at least 20 points in 4 of their 5. He's hit that 20-point mark 11 times this year. He scored 30 twice. Only had 8 points their last time out against South Warren on a 3 for 16 performance from the floor. Those are going to be the 3 for Franklin Simpson TV that it's key to stop and maybe force some of that foul trouble that you talked about, because this is not a Russellville team that goes very deep. Outside of their starting 5, which will also include sophomore TK Darden, averaging 5 points per game, and Kean Gray, who's averaging 2.2 points per game. They're without Noah Stovall, who would normally start. They're without Cadence Bertram, a senior, who would normally play pretty extensive minutes out there for the Panthers. They've really got only one other player in LeBrian Nurse that they normally put out there on the floor. So you're looking at a 6-man rotation that might be stretched out a little bit tonight, which again, they go back to Cam Ray, plays really into his favor to try to force that issue with the scoring for him. So much of it comes at the free throw line, where he's averaging 5.5 free throw attempts per game.
Yeah, he's done a great job driving the basketball, been making layups better, at least in the district games. And so if you're Franklin Simpson, you just want to keep them attacking the basketball, especially without no Stovall, and attack the rim and again, just get to the free throw line.
Starting lineups about to be announced here at Russellville High School, so we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll meet them as well and get to tip-off between the Wildcats and the Panthers here on 92.3 WFKS. Just a minute.
You know, Kaysen had surgery today. He told me that everything was good, that nothing was torn.
Oh, that's good.
Really good news for him. He's still out for the season, but...
Well, we'll need him for football next year.
Yeah. This is what Stephanie sent me. Let's watch on the game.
We've got one viewer.
Ladies and gentlemen, now for the second game between Franklin Simpson varsity and Russellville Panther varsity. Starts the lineups for Franklin Simpson. At forward, a sophomore, number 0, Jameer Brooks.
Back with you here at Russellville High School. The Lady Cats got things started with a win over the Lady Panthers to remain unbeaten in district play. The Wildcats looking to make it a doubleheader sweep here on Phil Todd Court as they're set to take on the Russellville Panthers in a rematch of the game that ended Franklin Simpson's seasons last year on this floor. In the opening round of the 13th district tournament, the Wildcats won the opening regular season matchup between these two teams at home. Can they make it 2 for 2 here tonight? And spoils senior night for the Russellville Panthers. We'll find out together. Tyler Eaton joined by Tavius Babb. Let's meet the starting lineup for Russellville. We ran through their stats already, but let's recap. Coached by Phil Todd in his 3rd season back with Russellville. Also coached the Panthers from 1990 to 2004. He is the namesake of this court that we are broadcasting from. As the lights are being waved by the crowd and the cheerleaders, they dim the lights. It's not quite the light show that you get at the Russellville football field, but they still put on a show. They've got a flair for the dramatic here at Russellville as the starting lineups are announced in the dark. Jarius Coleman, a junior number 0, averaging 8.6 points per game, 3.3 rebounds per game. To his wing will be Tutu McCage, the senior number 2, averaging 19 points, 7.5 rebounds per game on the season. TK Darden, a sophomore number 4, averaging 5 points per game. He did not score against Franklin Simpson the first time around, went 0 for 3 from outside. He's made 15 shots from deep this season. Jamarion Gardner, a sophomore guard, averaging 10 points per game and 4 rebounds per game. He scored 20 points in their lone district win against Todd County Central. And then Ken Gray, a senior, averaging 2 points and 2 rebounds per game, rounds out the starting 5 without Noah Stovall for a 5th straight game. He had 18 points against Franklin Simpson the first time around. He will not play tonight for Russellville. We are unsure of his status moving forward the rest of the way this season. On the other side, for Franklin Simpson, the Wildcats 5-12 overall on the season under 13th year head coach Dee Spencer. They're 2-1 in district play. They have found their stride offensively with this lineup. 4 guards, 1 big. The backcourt, Jameer Brooks, Cam Ray, Ja'Kai Partinger, Brody McAllister, and the lone forward is 6-foot junior Cole Scherer. That lone forward does not go for the tip. It's Ja'Kai Partinger who will compete against Tutu McCage. The Wildcats in base blue uniforms, gray numbers outlined in white. Gray stripes down the side with blue and white speckled on there. The Panthers in base white uniforms, black lettering, black numbers outlined in gold. Franklin Simpson wins the tip, and the Wildcats will operate on offense first to get us started. Partinger sends it over left side. Cam Ray fakes a pass, now pops up to Cole Scherer. Looks right, fakes a handoff to Ja'Kai. Now it goes on the right wing to Cam Ray. He's isolated on that side of the floor. Gets to the block, layup up. It's good, and 1. Need him to score early. Check and check.
Yeah, I mean, they ran the action that got basically one-on-one matchup on the entire right side of the court. And so him being able to drive in there one-on-one, we know that he can make things happen. He's a free throw merchant.
Yes.
He got to the free throw line and converted.
Misses the free throw this time. Did make the layup, so it's 2-0 Franklin Simpson. They ran that set 3 times in the fourth quarter against Barron County. Cam got to the line every single time. And there's Ja'Kai with a kick. Tell me if you've ever heard that before. I said I wish we just had like a little clicker, like a click every time he kicks a pass. He's got to be close to like 50 this year.
Probably.
It's insane. Gardner will operate out of the point, guarded by Cam Ray, who waits for him at half court. 30 seconds gone. Franklin Simpson leads 2-0. McCage on the right side. Scherer picks him up for now. McCage gets inside. His runner misses. Fighting to get it back. Takes it away from Scherer, and he's fouled on a putback try.
And that's the one that you can't give up. You cannot give up offensive rebounds, especially to Tutu down low, because like Cameron, he can draw those fouls too down low.
Interested to see what Franklin Simpson throws at him defensively. You know, obviously Russellville's going to run everything through him. There, Scherer was matched up against him. As McCage makes the first of these 2 free throws, he takes 4 per game, a 66% shooter at the stripe. Had 21 the first time around against Franklin Simpson. His season high 33. Second free throw swishes home, and we're tied up at 2.
Getting their half-court set, wanting to find an easy basket.
Cam gives it over to Jameer Brooks averaging 4 points per game, had 6 on a perfect 3-for-3 shooting night against Barron County. Off to Kai, guarded by McCage, crossed him up, gets inside, missed the runner long, but Brooks is put back, misses long as well. Then McAllister takes it away from McCage, leaves it for a cutting Partinger. Acrobatic layup, misses again. Brooks the 4th try misses, and then McAllister lost it off his leg. Last touch, though, by a Panther on the baseline. Wildcats had 4 tries there and couldn't convert.
But you do love to see them active on the offensive glass. And I thought that was off of Brody for sure, but nevertheless, get the ball back and you have another possession to try to score.
McAllister gets the inbound on the baseline, averaging 5.5 points per game. He scored at least 7 and 6 of 7. Double figures the last 3. Partinger left wing to Cam Ray, top of the key. Over to Scherer. Quick pass to McAllister. He's isolated baseline. Beats his man. Flips it up with the left hand. Took contact from McCage and finished anyway.
We have talked about his progression as a player and love to see him be aggressive right there.
They had him one-on-one against Coleman. Brody won it with ease. Pass thrown away down low. Picked off by Cam Ray. Cam puts it on the floor. Ahead, Partinger pulls from 6 feet. Missed it long. McAllister with the offensive rebound. Double team and scores over the double team and flexes with me. I was flexing for him over here. He did it anyways. Brody's got 4. 6-2 Franklin Simpson. Runner flipped up and good. Nice job by Gardner to dodge the charge attempt. And it's 6-4. Pace is high here 2 minutes in.
And you love it for Franklin Simpson, them really attacking the offensive glass.
Partinger, Scherer, top of the key, triple, drained it. Pretty good start. Cole has been blistering in the last 2 first quarters. And you need to see him carry it over tonight. Down low, McCage tries to step around Scherer, who wanted to get a charge. They don't get him for the foul. It's a no call, but Brooks got him on the arm, and McCage will take 2 more free throws.
Yeah, and their players have done a great job of they kind of utilize I want to say kind of a Euro step, maybe not fully, but I just avoiding that contact. Again, Franklin, great job, a good team of drawing charges. So the first one goes in, and Russellville doing a great job avoiding those charge calls.
I mentioned Cole is just taking over these first quarters. He's been in double figures 2 straight games, but he's had 15 points across those 2 first quarters, the last 2 times out. As McCage's second free throw misses short, and Kai, the leading rebounder on this team at 4 per game, takes the rebound away. 9-5 Franklin Simpson. Cam up ahead, crossover dribble, faked the pass, went up with the layup and missed it. And it's rebounded down low by Gardner, who is fouled underneath by Cam. That's the 3rd foul on Franklin with 5:20 left to go in the first quarter.
You don't want them to shoot free throws. They don't shoot free throws often, but you don't want them to get early in that free throw shooting business.
Darden got away with a double dribble, now brings it over to the right side. Kean Gray drives in, kicks it out left wing. McCage open for 3. Rattles it off the front side of the rim, and Ray pulls down the board. Cam up ahead. Scherer overthrew him. Cole got a hand on it to keep it in bounds, but it's picked off by McCage. 2-2 McCage in transition, tries to shovel it, but it's picked off by Ray. Tip the pass. McCage comes up with the loose ball, and he's fouled by McAllister. 2 more free throws for 2-2 McCage.
Yeah, just active right now. Almost a good steal by Cameron, getting back on defense, just couldn't control it. And again, turnovers that'll play the part in this Franklin Simpson team. Only the first turnover, but you see when the pace is pushed by Russellville, they're able to kind of make something happen.
McCage misses the first free throw. This will be a 6th try of the first quarter. It's 9-5 Franklin Simpson, 4:52 left opening frame. McCage bends, fires. That one's good. He's 4 for 6 at the stripe, and it's a 3-point game. And Russellville sets up some full court pressure. Ray and Partinger pass it back and forth. Kai has it in the front court on the left wing. Double team comes to Cam up top, and the Wildcats set up their offense. McAllister, right corner, back out to Cam. Cross court, Partinger, left wing into the corner. Brooks steps into a 3. Missed off the heel. McAllister rips the rebound away from everyone. Cam right wing to Scherer, to Partinger. Everybody getting a touch. Back to Cam in the left corner. They isolate it. They set up the same play on the left side this time. It goes to Kai on the baseline. Fakes around McCage to McAllister. He's got 6.
And a great look for Jakai. Had the ball in the short corner, kind of under the basket there, and able to find a cutting McAllister.
McCage drives in from the right corner, missed the layup, got his own miss, though, over 2 defenders. The layup misses again. Rebound tipped, and Scherer controls. And Coach Spencer tells him to give it off to Jakai as he'll bring it across half court. Steps past the first man, flips up the layup, gets the bounce off the front of the rim with the finger roll, and Russellville has to take a timeout. It's 13-6 Franklin Simpson, 3:44 left first quarter.
Gosh, you just love to see a great long step. I mean, that's the beauty of Jakai, right? He has a length that is able to take those 2 strides near from the free throw line, might I add.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Logan Morris and Xavier Hampton in for Franklin Simpson. Jakai Partinger and Cam Ray stay in. Zay got a ton of run in that game against Barron County for defensive purposes. The Wildcats are able to force so many turnovers with their pressure, and it looks like at least initially they're going to come out here in that signature 1-3-1. Russellville has the ball out of the timeout on the right side. Gardner gives it back to Coleman. Now it ends up back on the right side with McCage for a corner 3. Missed it off the back of the rim, but the rebound is pulled down on the baseline by LeBrian Nurse in for Russellville. We mentioned he's really the only key bench player you'll see much of. Right wing TK Darden 3 misses. Johnson gets the rebound at the free throw line. Jakai, one-on-one in transition, missed the layup. The putback misses from Hampton. Loose ball on the floor, still being fought for, and McCage comes away with it. McCage tries to cross Cam, and Cam Ray picked his pocket. Hampton up ahead, Kai in transition, goes up strong, tried to jam that one home, but missed it long, and it's rebounded by Russellville. I think Kai was a little upset that he didn't get the foul call on that first layup try. That time tried to spike it, but couldn't quite get close enough to the rim.
Yeah, he wanted to punch that through. I mean, that would have blown the roof off this place if he would have done that.
And then Kai kicks the pass into the backcourt.
It's number 2. Kick number 2. I'll count for you.
Well, that's the thing about this Franklin Simpson crowd. We talked about it before. You can be home or on the road, and they're going to even out the crowd advantage with the numbers they bring on their side. As Xavier Hampton comes out, Kamari Phillips in for the first time for Franklin Simpson. Coach Spencer talking one-on-one right now with Zay. As play is back underway, Coleman has it up top. Phillips and Partinger guarding him, bounces it over on the left wing. Now it ends up in the corner. Three-pointer fired up. That one is missed off the side of the glass by Nurse. And here comes Cam Ray again. He wants to run. Cam all the way to the right block, takes the bump. Couldn't finish with the slap on the wrist, but he'll go to the line.
I think it's a great job running in transition. We've seen this plenty of times over the course of the season. When Cam gets the ball before half court, he has a full head of steam, and he can do some magic getting to the rim and drawing those fouls.
Cam's free throw, good. And with that one, Xavier Hampton now will come back in as Jakai Partinger checks out. And I agree with Coach Spencer. He tells Jakai, I like that.
Yeah, he does.
I think that's the effort, that's the energy that this team needs, is to play like they're mad at somebody. As Cam makes both free throws, and it's 15-6 Franklin Simpson. Russellville gets it in the front court quickly. They go down low, McCage. He's double-teamed. Cam Johnson poking at it. McCage wraps around it on the baseline and scores over the third defender, Hampton.
And that was just pure athleticism, man. He just out-jumped everybody and was able to get that layup.
He's got 6. The problem, the rest of the team has just 2. And it's 15-8 Franklin Simpson, 2 minutes left in the quarter. Right side, Morris. Still coming back from that injury. Started most of the year at center. Coming off the bench now as he gets it down low against McCage. Tries to hit a cutting. Ray lost it at first. Gets it back. Outside. Phillips. Quick trigger. 3. He bangs it home. He's looked so much more confident over the last few games in the minutes that he gets. And it's 18-8 Franklin Simpson. Darden gets away with a walk on the left side. Now it goes to Coleman, right corner. Gets around Johnson. Leaves it for Darden. Right block. Slices through. And the layup falls.
And just a good offense right there by Russellville, creating open space through their passing.
Left side, Hampton, and that time he gets called for the steps, taking off from the left wing. TK Darden, the younger brother of Coco Darden, defensive coordinator for the Russellville football team, played football at Russellville, walked on at WKU, earned a scholarship while he was there. They just turn out athletes. As Jakai Partinger checks back in, Cam Ray comes out with 1:20 left in the quarter. We also see Jacobian Tipple Dickerson in for the first time for Russellville, is now on the right side. Nurse is called for a travel.
Wildcat ball.
And right now for Russellville, I mean, I guess your only problem right now is you've missed a lot of layups in the beginning of the quarter. Otherwise, this game could be a tie ball game.
Well, and the defense has been an issue too. Pass goes off the hands of Morris. Johnson able to save it on the near sideline out to Phillips. Fakes a pass to Hampton. Needs to get it to somebody. Finally gets it off to Ja'Kai Pardinger. Wraps left side. Pulls from the elbow over McCage and puts it in his eye.
And what a great screen by Logan Morris. Freed Ja'Kai up right there and got him the open look in the mid-range.
20-10 Franklin Simpson. Left corner, Gray drives against Johnson, steps past the help defender, missed the reverse layup, another missed layup. Hampton up with the rebound, being chased down from behind, tries to steal off the defender and does. Kai fakes the three, gets to the left elbow, step back, and they want to reset the offense as Coach Pincer finally got Ja'Kai's attention, and he wraps back deep to the left wing. McCage comes to guard him. 25 seconds left in the opening quarter. Cats up by 10. Pardinger milking clock now. Hampton stands in the right corner. In the left corner is Phillips. Johnson on the block. Morris at the top of the key waiting to set a screen. 10 seconds left in the corner. Kai goes to the right, gets the screen. Morris is pushed down low, gets it on the block, kicks it out. Xavier Hampton for three. Bang! That's the way to end the quarter. That's the way to start a game. 23-10. Franklin Simpson leads it after one. Back-to-back games with 23-point opening quarters. Can the Cats follow it up in the second? We'll find out together after this on 92.3 WFKN. A minute.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Do you have 3 3-point makes? Okay.
Panther ball.
Russellville has possession first in the second quarter. Franklin Simpson leading 23-10. They hit 3 3-pointers in the first quarter after hitting 3 total against Barron County on Tuesday. Ball knocked around on the baseline. Franklin Simpson was able to get in the way of the pass from Gray to Darden. It goes out of bounds on the baseline. Last touch by Russellville. Another turnover gives it to the Wildcats.
And we've talked about it. The efficiency for this team has gotten better in that first half. 9 for 18, 3 for 4 from the three.
Ray and Pardinger pass it back and forth. They've both got 4. Brody McAllister leads everybody with 6. Brooks to Pardinger to Ray. Sharon McAllister also out there. Ja'Kai on the left wing, guarded by McCage. Hits McAllister, middle of the lane. Slices through, kicks it out to Cam. Fakes a right corner 3, now pulls it back to the wing.
They're going to have to create some pressure.
Kai into the corner. Brooks thought about a 3. Would have been a good look. Instead, it goes back out to Kai. They're making Russellville come out and guard them deep on those wings as now Brooks gets it in the corner. Cam, right wing, throws it down low to Scherer. Contested from behind by McCage and missed the layup. Was a great find from right wing to left block, but Cole felt the pressure come on and couldn't finish.
A good look. They were being patient on the possession, just couldn't convert.
Ball on the baseline, pull-up jumper hit by Darden from 6 feet out. Tough shot over 2 defenders. Russellville's really had to work, it feels like, for all their buckets so far.
Yeah, I mean, every bucket, I mean, they're at least one person in their face, sometimes double-teamed, and they're just making some good shots right now.
Cam has it at half court, passing it back and forth with Brooks now. Double team, takes a dribble, picks it up to Cam at half court. Kai wants it in the corner, finally gets to him. He pulls the trigger, and he hits right in the face of Darden.
Yeah, I mean, that was a confident shot right there. He did not care that Darden was right there. closing out.
McCage tries to answer from the right corner, and he rattles it home over McAllister. McCage already has 9, but it's 26-15 Franklin Simpson.
We've talked about it. McCage is a big game shooter.
Yes.
And he will answer bucket for bucket if he needs to.
Brooks gets away from a double and gives it off to Cam. Back to Brooks' left side. Gets inside. At the last moment, kicks it out to the corner. Kai for 3 again. He hits another. Kai's already got 10. Timeout called. It's 29-15 Franklin Simpson with 5:33 left in the second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Wildcats and support all the players and coaches eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. Tyler Eaton joined by Tavius Babb. Ja'Kai Partinger had 10 points against Barron County on Tuesday in total. He's already got 10 points in this game tonight. He's now been in double figures 12 times this year. Only did it 14 times all of last year. Back-to-back threes. The Wildcats have already made 5 3-pointers, which is huge, TB, because in all of their wins this year, Franklin Simpson has either made at least 5 threes or at least 10 free throws.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job. They're shooting the ball efficiently, too, and that's the biggest thing, is they're not making many mistakes.
McCage gets inside again, and he's fouled from behind by Scherer. That was a mistake trying to recover it and make that a tough shot. McCage goes to the line again. He's already taken 6 free throws, 4 for 6 in the first quarter. That also the second foul on Cole Scherer. And Logan Morris will take his spot if McCage makes the free throw. 29-17 our score as the free throw misses and Scherer gets the rebound.
Yeah, right now McCage is really keeping this game within distance right now with this play.
But he's going to need some help, and really more so on defense than offense. Ray tries to slip through a double team, does so out to Brooks. He pulls from the left wing, had it blocked by Gardner. Rebounded by McCage. Left side, Jarius Coleman walks it up. Tried to get it to Darden. It was picked off by Gray. Gave it back to Darden. His runner across the lane misses, and Cole gets another rebound.
Good defensive possession by Franklin Simpson, not allowing any free shots. And I know Coach Spencer on that last offensive position wanted the ball to get to Kai in the corner.
They get it to him this time. Pulls from the baseline, misses the jumper. Brody had a chance for an offensive rebound, couldn't control it, but Scherer gets it. He pulls from the right elbow, missed it long, and it's rebounded by Gardner. In transition, Gardner keeps it himself, goes right at Ray. Cam does a great job of defending without fouling to force the miss. Here comes McAllister, slices right to left, gets inside, leaves it for Kai. Outside to Cameron, they'll set up the offense with 4:20 left before halftime. Brooks to Partinger on the right wing, leaves it for Scherer. He's wide open on the baseline, surprising miss from 10 feet out. And the loose ball is fought for. Cole crashed in to try to make McCage work, and he knocked it out of bounds on the baseline.
Yeah, I think he wanted – I mean, that's his shot right there in the short corner. He makes those all the time, and I know he wants that one back. But if you're Franklin Simpson, on the defensive side, outside of 2-2, I mean, you're doing a great job of limiting anybody else from scoring the basketball.
Cole checks out. Logan Morris back in.
You know, in that first quarter, Russellville only shot 3 for 12. In the second quarter, they're 3 for 5 right now.
They've been able to get better looks in this quarter.
Exactly.
McCage, top of the key, pulls for 3. That one not a good look, and it misses off the far side. Morris averaging 3 points, 3 rebounds per game, chases down the board. Brooks has it on the right side, tries to give it to Cam, but it's poked away by Gardner. Diving effort in the backcourt, but Brooks is able to get it back. Now he brings it across to Morris on the baseline, fakes a pass, goes to work, kicks it to Cam, right corner. Picked up well. That was a good rotation by Gardner. And now Cam brings it out deep on the right wing, and Coach Spencer calls out his play with 3:35 left before halftime. Much slower quarter for both sides as Kai gives it to Brooks in the corner. Fakes a pass, looks outside, and it goes to Brody. To Morris. Holds it on the right elbow, now to the top of the key. Sends it over left side, Cam Ray. Right side, Partinger. One more, Brooks wide open for 3 in the right corner. Missed it long, and McCage gets another rebound. Up ahead, had Gardner all alone in transition, but threw it over his head and out of bounds.
That's one of the things that, surprisingly, Russellville just hasn't been able to work out. They've committed 5 turnovers in the corner, only to Franklin's 2. So if you're Franklin, if you keep up this pace of only turning the ball over maybe once or twice and a half, I mean, you have a really good chance of winning this game.
Alan Johnson comes back in for Franklin Simpson. Xavier Hampton checks in too. Morris, Cam, and Kai, the other Wildcats on the floor. LeBrian Nurse comes back in for Russellville. Temple Dickerson in the ball game as well, joined by McCage, Gardner, and Darden.
Switch to man-to-man.
Left side, Morris puts it on the floor for one dribble now to Johnson. Top of the key, closed out well by Darden. And now it goes to Hampton. Down low, Morris puts it on the floor.
Ooh.
Fakes left, goes right. Hook shot missed short. And the rebound is batted away by Nurse. Good job to knock that away from Hampton. And it's chased down by Temple Dickerson. Up top, Darden holds it, puts it on the floor, drives, kicks, wide open three on the way. It's missed long by Nurse. Long rebound chased down by Ray. He's done a great job on the boards tonight. Cam seals off the first defender on the right wing. And Coach Spencer tells him to move the ball, and he gives it over to Zay. Now left side. Partinger gets inside, beat his man straight up, missed the layup, though, and it's batted out and collected by Coleman. That time, Kai got inside on the left side, trying to go back to the right hand and couldn't quite adjust to finish.
And right now, the saving grace right now is Franklin's played really good defense, not allowing Russellville to score in this slump, going only 2 for 11, I believe, in the quarter.
Coleman holds it up top, gives it to McCage against Hampton down low. Spins, lost his footing, and traveled. Great job, and Zay claps it up after the fact. McCage has the height advantage. He's got the strength advantage there with the developed senior, and Zay did a really good job of just hanging in that battle and making him work.
Like you said in the pregame, Xavier has really came in the game as a defensive anchor for this team.
He's kind of like the boys' version of Majayla Butler.
Exactly,
And if you can get offense, you hit a three. If you get that, fantastic. 29-17, 1:40 left before halftime. Ray holds it on the left wing. Looking down low to Morris, can't get it to him. Instead it goes to Johnson. He tries to get it to Morris, but it's poked away from behind by Coleman and stolen. Down low, shot blocked. Zay went up to get it. Temple Dickerson had it swatted away by Xavier Hampton. But then Jakai loses it. Stolen away by Nurse. His runner misses long. Temple Dickerson gets it back, and after all that, Temple Dickerson scores and won with the foul against Hampton.
And Franklin wanted a foul down there in the post, trying to get it down there to Logan. A lot of chaos happened after that. I mean, Xavier.
Great job to block that shot.
I mean, amazing play. Shows his raw athleticism.
But now Jacovian Temple Dickerson misses the free throw. It's 29-19. McCage had the rebound and then lost it off his left hand. 1:17 left in the half. The Panthers have cut it to 10. They've outscored Franklin by 3 in the quarter. Wildcats have only scored 6. They scored 23. Been a mirror image of what we saw at Barron County. Cats scored 23 in that first quarter, only 8 in the second. Morris comes to get it on the right wing. Up top, Xavier Hampton. Free throw line jumper. That one rattles off, and the rebound is pulled down from McCage.
Right now, Franklin just didn't have any offense. If they can hold on for this defensive possession, I'll still call that a win.
Coleman holds it at the midcourt R logo. Now it goes on the right wing to Eli, flipping in for the first time for Russellville. He drives against Hampton, gets cut off, now goes outside McCage. They've got him matched up against Allen Johnson, and Coach Spencer says go double team that. And now the Wildcats are able to switch him off as McCage got rid of it and Cam picks up that matchup. They still want to try to post McCage. He's fighting with Cam. They're going back and forth. McCage goes down on the floor. Temple Dickerson takes a baseline jumper, and he's bumped from underneath. Missed the shot, but a bailout foul that time from Franklin Simpson as Johnson got caught up under him.
Yeah, it was just a bad foul. I mean, he tried to make a play on the ball from behind, and you got to allow the shooting player some space to land. Yeah. And, I mean, that's the worst kind of possession you want it to end. You played great defense all the way through and gave up prepared free throws.
Fortunately, free throw misses. Russellville is 0 for 3 in the quarter, 4 for 9 for the game as Hampton and Johnson come out. Kamari Phillips and Brody McAllister come in. Kamari hit a 3 in the first quarter. McAllister had 6 points in that opening frame. Temple Dickerson's second free throw rattles off as well. Kamari Phillips was boxing out Brody McAllister, and then we get a foul against Kamari down low. They're going to say that he pushed, I think, McCage.
Yeah, I think
I'm not quite. It's impressive that he pulled it off because he pushed McCage and then he blocked out Brody.
Yeah, I think whenever McCage, they were boxing out McCage, lost his balance, kind of falling over, and they kind of just gave him the call right there.
So it stays with Russellville underneath. 28 seconds left in the quarter. McCage inbounds to Flippin, guarded by Ray. Left side into the hands of Nurse. Ball goes right wing. They want to get it to McCage on the elbow. Instead, it goes left side to Coleman. He lost it. Gets it back. Now it goes to McCage at half court. Guarded by Partinger. Coach Todd tells him to go to work. Right side, isolated on Partinger. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Jakai picked his pocket. McCage gets it back. 4 seconds. Up top, three-pointer fake. Darden has one from the top of the key, missed it off to the right side. And the Wildcats escape with the lead in double figures. They score 6 points in the quarter off of 2 3-pointers from Ja'Kai Pardinger. But as we head into the half, the Wildcats still lead 29-19 after that second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. We are accepting new patients, so call them at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you all the stats from that opening half. Discuss what the Wildcats need to do to get the offense back on track after a 6-point second quarter, though they hang on to a 10-point lead, 29-19 at the break here on 92.3 WFKN. 2 minutes.
Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky. (29-19) is the Franklin Simpson lead here at Russellville High School at the halftime break. Tyler Eaton joined by Tavius Babb. The Wildcats lead 23-10 after the first quarter. They led 23-14 Tuesday night at Barron County. They score 8 points in that second quarter. Wildcats score 6 points in the second quarter tonight, but the defense holds. They only give up 9 points to these Russellville Panthers that are averaging 57 points per game on the season. Tutu McCage has been the issue. He's got 11 of their 19 points, but TB, if you're Franklin Simpson, I feel like you're perfectly happy in this game if it's McCage and nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, to not allow any other players to really get going. I mean, Tutu can't do it all. And Franklin Simpson, defensively-wise, and that's in these quarters, holding Russellville 7 for 22, 1 for 9 from 3. I mean, you're playing really good basketball. Kind of bailed them out a couple of times with some foul calls, but other than that, you've played really good basketball in the first half. Wildcats led 28-23 at the end of the first quarter, the last time these two teams faced off. Russellville came out and played the better third quarter. It was 42-40 going into the final frame before the Wildcats closed it out with an 18-13 fourth quarter. McCage had 10 of their 23 in that first half. The difference here, no Noah Stovall for Russellville. He had 6 points in that first half, finished with 18 for the game. And that's allowed Franklin Simpson, TB, to be a lot better this time around in the rebounding department. Offensively, defensively, whether it's been Cam, Kai, Brody, Cole, there's been a team effort on the boards, and it's paid off. The Wildcats are taking advantage of no Stovall out there.
Yeah, I mean, you had Ja'Kai, Brody, Cam, and Ja'Kai, Brody, Cam, and Cole all combining together themselves with about 12 rebounds or so, 20 for the team and 8 offensive rebounds, and most of those came from Brody in the first quarter with 3 offensive rebounds. So this team, usually not the better rebounding team against other opponents, but like you said, without a Noah Stovall, losing some reboundings there, I mean,
you're playing your best basketball efficiently from the second quarter. Franklin didn't do too hot, 2 for 11 from the field. They made 2 3-pointers and went 2 for 4 from 3, 50%, which is kind of backwards, but nevertheless, again, you hold Russellville to 9 points in that quarter, and you hope to come out in this third quarter with a bang and really take that lead and explode it.
The Wildcats have made 5 3-pointers in this game. They've made 6 2-pointers in this ball game so far. Russellville, you might have expected coming in to be the team that was more aggressive from deep. They take 18.5 3-pointers per game on the season. Franklin Simpson just around 15.5. They've tried to get up shots from deep. They've only been able to connect on one from McCage. The other players started to get more involved. TK Darden was more aggressive in that second quarter, as was Tipple Dickerson. They bring him off the bench as a spark plug. He gets to the line for 3 free throws, misses all 3. Russellville 4 for 10 at the free throw line in the game. That's been a problem. On the other side, we said this would be a good opportunity for the Wildcats to be aggressive with no Stovall, try to create some free throw opportunities. Just 3 free throws taken so far in this game, all from Cam Ray.
Yeah, and I think that's because, I mean, they've taken a lot more jump shots. They've missed some bunnies, offensive rebounds.
A lot of
and
mid-range work in this game.
A lot of mid-range work and beyond from them. And so, if you're Franklin, you want to take it to them. You get those foul calls like they did early on in the first quarter. But, I mean, again, you can't really complain when you're up by 10 and you've made 5 threes already in the first half.
Ja'Kai leads with 10 points, made 2 3-pointers in the second quarter. Had attempted 3 or more threes in 7 straight games. Only took 1 against Barron County. He's come out firing in this game tonight. 6 points from Brody McAllister, all in the first quarter, trying to keep that double-digit scoring streak alive. It's at 3 coming into tonight. 4 points for Cam Ray all in the first quarter, which was mind-blowing for Cam. I mean, that's crazy stuff for him to score that many points in the opening quarter. 3 points apiece for Cole Scherer, Xavier Hampton, and Kamari Phillips. So if you're Franklin Simpson, you're in a good spot. You're up by 10, but you've relied on some things that you don't normally see. Xavier Hampton knocks down a 3-pointer. That's just the 5th time that he's hit a 3 this season. Kamari Phillips hits a 3. That's just the 4th 3-pointer that he's hit this year. Russellville shooting well below their average, though the defense has forced some tough shots. It feels like in this second half, and this is what we saw against Todd County Central, the Wildcats are going to need to use their defense to generate some easy offense.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it, right? Whenever we had a private conversation earlier, whenever this team plays really good defensive basketball, that's when they're at their best, regardless of how they're scoring, because we've seen them really put up some numbers against some better teams. But defensively-wise, when they've played their best defensively, they've won the games. They've held teams to, like you said, 9 and a quarter. And, I mean, if they come out in this third quarter, play well defensively, they can balloon this lead from 10 to 15, 20 points going into the fourth.
Well, the big thing that you can do, we talk about efficiency all the time. It's a lot easier to help out your efficiency and get open looks if you're getting shots in transition. Now, the argument from the Franklin Simpson side, and I think a fair one, is that there have been some physical plays at the rim where the Wildcats have not gotten the calls. But let's be real. I can't ever remember a Franklin Simpson game played in this gym where if you're the Wildcats, you come away thinking, man, I feel like we got the right amount of calls in this ball game. It's home court advantage for a reason. It's how things are going to go. If you're Franklin Simpson, you've got to adjust and play through that contact and that physicality, because the other side of it, the TB, you've been able to see this Russellville team play several times. I've been able to see them many times over the years. They are always going to bring the physicality.
They're always locked in, high energy team, and you gotta match that, but you gotta match that in a smart way. You can't foul unnecessarily like we've seen them do seen Franklin do in this last quarter. One thing Franklin has done is they've really kept the crowd out of it. Again, I kind of go back to that district game last year where the crowd seemed to just energize even more so this Russellville team. And in this game, I mean, that crowd's been dead for Russellville because, I mean, no sort of runs have really been made for this Russellville team.
Russellville crowd is just waiting at any moment to get going. They've got that loud band behind them. I'm sure you've heard it through our headset many times as the night has gone on. Wildcats lead at 29-19 at halftime as we get ready for the third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. As a former athlete at FSHS, Tanner Clark knows a thing or two about basketball and a thing or two about money. Tax questions or issues that you need consultation for, need bookkeeping or payroll done. Tanner and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. TB, we've got just under a minute until we get the second half underway. What's the biggest adjustment that you would like to see from Franklin Simpson, whether it's offense, defense? What is the number one thing that you would like to see in the second half?
I think the number one thing is you cannot foul as many times in the second half. You can't allow this Russellville team to get free looks at the free throw line, because even though they haven't converted a lot of them in the first half, does not mean that they can't start making them down. And like you said, those free throws are more or less the difference in this game right now, as far as how many misses this Russellville team has gotten.
Well, I think the other side of it is we know in this gym, if Russellville makes one shot, 1-3, they get one turnover, they have one big play, all the momentum can swing so quickly, and it's really hard to stop that avalanche. The Wildcats need to do what they did to start this game. Come out and bring the energy yourselves. Be on the front end of that. They'll start this quarter with possession, leading at 29-19. McAllister, Partinger, Brooks, Ray the guards, Cole Scherer, the lone forward for Franklin Simpson, Coleman, McCage, Darden, Gardner, Gray, the starting five out there for the Russellville Panthers, looking for just their second win of the season on their home floor. They trail 29-19 as we get this second half underway. McAllister gives it into Ray, and he'll walk it across half court. Waiting for him at the top of the key is Jamarion Gardner. Left side, Partinger takes one dribble, hands it off to Scherer. Now right side to Brooks. Off-ball screen set for Scherer. Can't spring him open. Now it goes to Cam Ray. McAllister sets him a screen. Cam surveys, sends it out Partinger. Guarded by McCage. That's been the matchup to watch. Left side, Scherer into the corner, McAllister. Guarded by Darden. Tries to go baseline, lost it, got it back, gives it to Brooks. He drives in wildly, and Darden is there trying to draw a charge, but they'll give a blocking foul here. That will be 2 free throws for Jameer Brooks.
Yeah, it might have just been a little bit late getting his feet set under Jameer Brooks. Excuse me. And again, like to see the aggressiveness right there.
We talked about the free throws.
Exactly, yeah. Free throws getting to the rim and being aggressive. And specifically, Jameer hasn't particularly played offensively well in the past few games or so. And love to see him continue to be aggressive.
Didn't score the last time the Wildcats faced off against Russellville. He's now 17 for 28 at the free throw line as the first one falls through. The second one misses long. And Coleman, the junior, averaging 8.6 per game on the season, gets the rebound. He's scoreless tonight. Darden drives baseline, leaves it for Gray, and Ray is able to take it away after it's batted around. Here comes Cam the other way. Cam stops at the top of the key, gives it to McAllister and sets a screen. Brody inside, spins back right, fakes once, goes up on the second try, and he draws contact.
And it was a great setup right there by Cam. He got the screen for Brody. Brody was able to get around the screen, had the positioning, and that's what got the defense jumping and guessing. And again, back to the free throw line for the second time, second straight possession.
Brody's first free throw good. He went 2 for 2 at the stripe against Barron County. That's really the only spot with him to point at this season where we haven't seen just exponential improvement. Led this team in free throw percentage last year at 83%. He's been around 50% this year as the second free throw misses to hold true to that. And it's 31-19 a minute into the third quarter. Gardner holds between the circles, now gives it to McCage. Left elbow, turns and pulls, missed the jumper. That was well defended by Brooks. And here comes Ja'Kai Partinger. Kai flips it down low, McAllister. Fakes a backdoor pass, turned inside, had an open floater. I don't think he realized how far he was from the basket and missed it short.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good fake and turn around. And he just, like you said, I don't think he realized.
He thought he was close. He barely grazed the front of the rim. It was a beautiful move. Up top, Gardner holds it, gives it off to McCage. Hesitates against Scherer, pulls from the baseline, misses the mid-range jumper. If you're Franklin Simpson, you're content with him taking those shots. Here comes Cam Ray. Up on the left wing, goes to work, gets inside, last moment kicks it out and threw it away, trying to get it to Brooks. Trying to fit it through 3 defenders that were around him and couldn't quite find the spot.
Yeah, I think the defense collapsed and he kind of panicked a little bit trying to get the ball out. But again, Franklin Simpson right now, I love that they're attacking the rim and really trying to create that space and pressure inside.
It's clear that was emphasized at halftime. Coleman holds it up top, guarded by McAllister. Right wing to Darden. He's got 4 into the corner, Gardner. Goes to work against Scherer, charges into Cam. Jameer Brooks made the call for the official, and now the official call comes in as Gardner picks up his 4th foul. He has struggled against Franklin Simpson, had 6 the first time around, averaging 10 per game. He's going to come out now. 4 fouls with 5:57 left in this third quarter. Temple Dickerson takes his spot.
Oh, no, he stays in.
Gray comes out. Nurse comes in. No, Gardner's out. They've got Darden and McCage, the other two that stay in alongside Coleman. McAllister gets it on the elbow, fakes a pass, now gives it to Ray. Down low, Scherer nearly threw it too far for him, but Cole got it back. In the corner, kick out Brooks, fakes a pass, drives in from the top of the key, kicks it out to Scherer. He pulls for three over Nurse all the way around and out. Brooks fighting for the rebound. They're going to get him for an over the back, and he pats himself on the chest. He knew it. It was an effort play to go up and get it, but went up and over the back, literally, of the defender. And Russellville still hunting their first bucket of the quarter. Brings it across, trailing 31-19. Right side, Darden, 5:20 left in the quarter, sends it over to Coleman. Guarded by McAllister. Coleman gets inside, draws a double, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the right way. That's missed by Darden. Rebound tip, Brooks up with it. Jameer double teamed and has it knocked away from behind, but they get a foul from behind on Nurse.
And that was Russellville's first open look this quarter. Only attempted 3 shots, and outside of that, I mean, it's just been tough shots for Russellville. Haven't really been able to find some space, and this help defense for Franklin Simpson has been perfect so far.
That's the 4th foul on Russellville, catching the bonus for the final 5 minutes of this third quarter. Ray holds it on the left wing, now left side to Brooks, and we get a foul away from the ball on McCage. That will be free throws. And it looks like it'll be Brody McAllister that takes them.
And I think you should, if you're Franklin Simpson, you emphasize, hey, they have 5 fouls. Make them make the mistake. Keep on driving. Don't settle for three-point. Don't settle for jumpers. Move the ball around, create that space, and get the ball inside and create those fouls.
Brody had 7 the first game against Russellville. A 60-53 win. He makes the first of these 2 free throws. He's got 8. Second on its way. Gets the bounce. You can make it 9. Cats lead 33-19. Ball in the corner. They go down low. McCage one-on-one with McAllister. Turns into him, misses the shot down low. Brody took an elbow to the mouth for his troubles. They get him for the foul in either way. And it'll be 2 free throws again for Tutu McCage, who took 6 in the first quarter, just 1 in the second. And now he'll try to get Russellville on the board in this third quarter over 3 minutes in, and is able to do so with the first free throw.
You know, I think that was good defense by Brody. I mean,
it was.
Maybe he leaned in a little bit too much. I'm not for sure.
It's another one. He's given up size. He's given up both in terms of height and weight. As the second free throw, McCage misses. Scherer tips the rebound. It goes to McAllister. 33-20. Ray double teamed at half court. Coach Spencer tried to get a timeout. He didn't get it. Instead, it goes to McAllister. Now to the corner. Scherer. Cross court. Kai, free throw line, steps in. Missed the 12-foot jumper short. Rebound batted around. 2 Panthers had it, and they knocked it away from each other. To Jakai in the right corner. Now they'll reset the offense at half court.
Again, just offensive on the offensive boards, they're just playing great.
Scherer pops open, quickly gives it to Cam down low. Pumps once, missed the left-handed layup short, and it's rebounded by McCage. Another clean look down low, just couldn't convert. Right side, nobody picked up Darden, and he drives in unguarded for the layup. Coach Spencer wants a timeout. 33-22, 4:14 left in the third quarter. Wildcats lead it by 11. And this third frame brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. Tax questions or issues you need consultation for, need bookkeeping or payroll done. Tanner and his team, they do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Tyler Eaton and Tavius Babb with you. Courtside on Phil Todd Court. Coach Todd's Panthers have scored 3 points in the quarter. Franklin Simpson, well, they've got 4. This was a blistering pace to start. The Wildcats 23 points in the opening frame. Panthers only had 10, but they were still getting up a lot more shots. Things have stalled on both sides. McCage has gone quiet, just 1 point in this third quarter after 11 in the first half. We've seen the adjustment, TB. It's been McAllister taking on that matchup a lot, although Russellville's trying to switch that. They're trying to get as many different guys onto McCage as possible. Defense continues not to be the issue. Wildcats just got to find a way to score. They've yet to make a field goal in the quarter.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is you got, as I'm kind of listening over from the huddle, Coach Spencer says you got to move the ball, and you really emphasize that with some yelling, but you got to move the ball if you're Franklin Simpson. You got to move the ball to find the open man and get good looks and to continue to attack the paint. Make them foul you.
Ray inbounds it to Kai as the Cats operate the full length of the floor. Xavier Hampton comes in for defensive purposes. Scherer's the only big. Right side, Ray. Catch and shoot 3. Switches it home. 7 points for Cam. It's a 14-point game. Darden tries to drive against Hampton. Xavier knocked it away. Here comes Kai into the front court. Gets the block, spins back left, lost his footing but got rid of it. Now to Cam. Kai on the corner, guarded by McCage. Driving in Brooks from the left side. Dumps it off at the last moment, and a charge called as Coleman was there to take it.
Yeah, he should have shot the ball.
Yeah.
He had a good floater right there. If he would have kind of controlled himself, he would have had an easy look.
But instead tried to pass it. Instead, Coleman took the charge anyways. Right side, Darden stuck with it, nearly took steps. Got rid of it to Temple Dickerson, then gets it back on the left wing. Up top, Coleman seeks a three, missed that one badly, but it's rebounded on the baseline by Temple Dickerson. He's played a really good game for Russellville. McCage up top, shielded by Ray, gets a screen, now he's guarded by Brooks. Wants another screen. Kai on him now. McCage wraps baseline, gets inside, kicks it out, left corner three on the way, and it's rattled home. It's Temple Dickerson. He's got 5, and it's 36-25, just the second three of the game for Russellville.
And that's a defensive breakdown that you can't have, and that kind of let this Russellville team maybe call back in.
Here comes Temple Dickerson off a tip pass steal, gets all the way to the rack and scores with the right hand. The lead is down to 9.
And turnovers become a big thing for Franklin Simpson. That's when you start to kind of see them slip away.
Brooks had that one after he got it in the corner, and the pass was deflected. Ray holds it on the right wing, gives it up top to Ja'Kai Partinger. Left elbow, double team, leaves it on the block to Brooks. Stuck in traffic, has to get rid of it to Cam Ray. Corner three, missed it long. McCage had a chance at the rebound, but there was Partinger to force him to knock it out of bounds. Morris and Easton Kelly will come in. Brooks will check out, I believe, and Cole Scherer will come to the bench as well. First time we've seen Easton in this game tonight, averaging a point per game, 2 for 6 shooter from outside, made a 3 against Russellville. Kai gets an open look off the inbound, left corner, his third 3 of the night.
And again, just perfect play design, a double screen by the elbow that freed up Ja'Kai running to the corner, and Russellville just had a defensive breakdown and didn't account for Ja'Kai.
And Coach Spencer clapping up his guys, trying to get the energy up on defense. It's usually been defense to offense for the Cats. They needed to trickle over from the offense to the defense. Coleman, long 3, misses off the heel. Kelly slapped from behind, going for the rebound as Temple Dickerson came in to try to force the issue. 2 minutes left in the quarter, 39-27, and official Jamie Bailey goes up to Easton and says, yep, you free throw line. So he'll take 2 of them.
But again, I mean, for Franklin Simpson right now, because of the way you're rebounding the basketball in the game, you're kind of playing really smart basketball as far as drawn fouls and just playing with the energy that sometimes kind of seems to miss you.
First free throw misses for Kelly. He's now 3 for 6 at the free throw line this season. 5'11" sophomore. Bends and fires and hits the second. And it's 40-27 Franklin Simpson. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Up top, Coleman, guarded by Kelly. Calls for motion and hands it off to Darden. He's on the right wing. McCage directing traffic at the top of the key. Hampton's on him. McCage sets a screen. They're trying to get Kelly switched onto him defensively. Instead, it goes to Coleman in the corner. He drives in, missed the layup. That was defended well by Easton. Gray gets the rebound. Inside, nice find on the baseline to Darden, who wraps around with the left-handed reverse layup, and he's got 8.
And so far in this third quarter, offensive rebounds have killed Franklin. 2 offensive rebounds right now. Both have been made points.
Partinger left wing 3. That one misses off the front end. Morris tips the rebound and saves it on the baseline to Kelly. Right side, Ray, and Coach Spencer slows it down with 1:15 left in the quarter and a 40-29 Franklin Simpson edge. Hampton wanted it on the baseline. Nobody saw him. Instead, Kai holds it on the left wing. To Cam right side. They pass it back and forth. Cam gets it back. Checks his options. Puts it on the floor and gives it right back to Kai. 55 seconds left in the quarter. Back to Cam. They're content to run this thing down. Into the corner, Zay to Cam. Right wing being guarded tightly by Temple Dickerson. To Zay in the corner. Back to Cam. Now to Kai on the left side. Fakes a 3. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Cross court. Hampton in the corner to Cam. Right wing to Kai. 3-pointer. Oh, my goodness. He's hit 4.
And that's what it looks like when you move the ball around, wait for the open shot, and let the defense make the mistake.
Temple Dickerson gambled on the steal, fell down trying to pick off the pass to Cam. Ray picked it up off the rotation, hit Kai, and boy, he's dialed in tonight. Foul called on Kai on defense, his first. And now Russellville is in the bonus if the Wildcats do pick up a foul in this final 20 seconds of the quarter. McCage gets the inbound. Franklin leading at 43-29. McCage gets inside, double team, flips up the runner, gets it to go off the glass. He thought it was going to miss, but it did fall, and then the inbound is tipped out of bounds by Darden with 9 seconds left in the quarter. McAllister and Allen Johnson come in. Xavier Hampton and Logan Morris come out. Quickly, Nurse will come back in.
I would love to see a corner Allen Johnson 3 right here.
I think that might be the plan. They'll have 9 seconds to set it up going the full length of the floor. Kai rolls it to Cam. That one didn't do much good. As he picked it up immediately, brings it across, takes the bump, and Russellville just gets a quick foul with Darden up top.
Brody hit the 3 after the whistle. He's smiling cheek to cheek because he made that 3.
Cam, I think, was hoping to get the assist. He loves to brag to us about his assist numbers.
He has 4 in the game so far.
He'll have 2 free throws here. He's 2 for 3 at the line today.
And again, just a bad mistake by Russellville.
Whistles blow. Cam made the first free throw. They're trying to figure out substitutions, and it took Franklin Simpson too long to do it, and Cam had to stand there for too long, so he didn't get to take the second free throw. 44-31. McCage picks up the ball at half court, drives inside all the way to the rim, and scores just before the horn. Frustrating into the quarter for Franklin Simpson after they had pieced together a great run to end it. McCage answers right before the buzzer. It's an 11-point game. After the third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Call them at 270-586-9899. Fourth quarter on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN. A minute. That would have been catastrophic.
Oh. There's a cheerleader that just hit an old man in the face, or I think the eye, with the ball.
Good God.
Oh, me. You got 4 3-point makes for Jakai?
Yeah.
You got him 4 for 5 from 3. 2 for 9 from 2, which is crazy.
Basketball.
Set to get the fourth quarter underway. Well, almost set to get the fourth quarter underway. The officials had to whistle off the Russellville cheerleaders as they were continuing to throw things into the crowd. The Panthers will start the quarter with the ball. They trail it 44-33 to Franklin Simpson. Jakai Partinger leads everybody with 16 points, hit 2 triples in that quarter. And TB, you've got him at 4 for 5 from outside. McCage turns it over. Hampton and McAllister brought the double team. Brody gets the block, fakes once, and he's fouled on the second try underneath. Smart decision to wait and try to force the contact as the foul comes in against McCage.
Yeah, again, just defensively and offensively, Brody McAllister is just so sound on both ends of the court. Doesn't make too many mistakes when he's on the court.
Wildcats took 3 free throws in the opening half. They took 9 in that third quarter. As Brody makes the first, he's in double figures for a 4th straight game with 10 points. He's 4 for 5 at the free throw line, missed the second short, and it's rebounded by Darden in a 12-point game. Darden lost his foot, and they're going to say Cam tripped him up. That'll be his second foul with 7:43 left in the ball game. Cam, Brody, Kai, Xavier Hampton, and Cole Scher out there on the floor for Franklin Simpson. Darden brings it up for Russellville. Nurse on the left side. Coleman gets it on the right wing. McCage trying to post up on the right block. They can't get it to him. Instead, spinning up top is Nurse, and he hands it off to Darden, guarded by Hampton. In the right corner, Temple Dickerson, picked up by McAllister. Down low, McCage, one-on-one with Cam, and Ray reaches around trying to deflect the pass and picks up another foul.
Yeah, fighting with him down low. I think if you're Franklin, what you don't want to do is allow Russellville to get to the bonus early in this quarter, so you want to limit all of those fouls.
They're just 5 for 12 at the line. They average 18.5 attempts per game, 61% as a team on the season. McAllister tips a pass out of bounds. They were trying to get it down low to McCage. He's got 16, tied with Kai for that game high. He's 5 for 8 at the free throw line. Inbounding here, it goes to Darden, right wing, open for three. Missed it off the heel. Temple Dickerson comes down with the offensive rebound. His putback misses, got it back again, and then scored. Nobody boxed out that time, and Temple Dickerson's up to 9. McAllister doubled in the corner. To Kai, now right side Hampton. Scherer holds right corner, has to pick it up, and it goes out to Kai. Drives in from the top of the key. Free throw line. Throws up a runner. Missed it, but Scherer gets an offensive rebound. Leaves it for McAllister. His floater hits every part of the rim and bounces out. And then another foul against Franklin Simpson down low, going for the rebound. They get it. It's on Xavier Hampton. That's his second. And to your point, Franklin Simpson in a minute and 15 seconds already have 3 fouls.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play smart. You're playing really good defensively as far as limiting them to making shots across the game. You don't want them to get back into the game because of free throws.
Left side drive, McCage, 6-foot mid-range pull-up jumper, bounces off the rim, hits the backboard and falls through. McCage has 18. Russellville takes a timeout. 6:29 left in the ball game. 45-37, the Panthers building momentum. We talked about this. That's a word that gets thrown around all the time in basketball, but especially for a team that's desperate. They're hungry.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
I think both of these teams, having seen Logan County, TB, they know that's the mission.
Yeah, I mean, you really want to stay away from Logan County, especially in the district right now, because of how well they've been playing and shooting the ball.
Ray brings it up out of the timeout. Sends it right side McAllister on the wing. Back to Cam on a bounce pass, now left wing Pardinger. Trap comes to Cam. Drives in on the right elbow. Sends it out Brooks to McAllister. Top of the key, Kai. Scherer left corner. Ball quickly moving against this pressure from Russellville. They're trapping everything. Kai gets inside. His runner misses off the left side. McAllister tips the rebound. Got it back off the bottom of the rim and then scored. Brody has 12. A timeout taken quickly, that time by Coach Spencer. The career high tied for Brody. He had 12 against Todd County Central, 10 against Logan County. So 3 of the 4 district games, he's been in double figures. That one was just all hustle.
And we talked about it before the game started, right, that Brody McAllister in these district games is shooting, I want to say, around 66%. In this game, 66% from the field, 4 for 6 for Brody. 4 offensive rebounds for Brody, wow. 6 in total, and he is just playing a phenomenal game alongside Jakai, who, again, from three-point range, can't miss. 4 for 5 for him.
There have been times this season, and Jakai is statistically Franklin's best rebounder. He's the best player Franklin has at pinpointing the ball. Cole has had the best peak as a rebounder. He's the only Wildcat with a double-digit rebounding game this year. Brody is perhaps Franklin's most consistent rebounder.
Especially on the offensive glass.
Yes. Russellville will have it out of the timeout. They trail it now by 10. Gardner brings it up. Sends it over to McCage on the left wing. There's that matchup. McAllister on him. They set a screen to force the switch. Franklin Simpson traps off of it. Right side Gardner into the corner. Temple Dickerson fakes a 3, gives it back to Gardner. To TK Darden. Brooks picks him up. Darden. Now to McCage. Baseline. Double team. Brooks knocked it away, but a foul called. And that's the 4th on Franklin Simpson. They actually get it on Brody. That's his 3rd.
One more than the bonus, and again, I mean, kind of foreshadowed it. all these fouls are going to lead up to some free throws if they continue to do so.
McCage gets it in quickly. Now they wrap it over on the left side to Gardner. Off the bounce, tries to get around Cam, runs into Brooks. Jameer plays it straight up, and a travel call. Coach Todd furious with it, but I thought Jameer did a great job that time.
Yeah, not stepping into him and tripping him, because that's what would have been the call. Is if he would have stepped in there and he fell, then it would have been a foul call. But again, just playing it smart. Now if you're in Franklin Simpson, you get a bucket right here. You kind of kill that momentum that Russellville was kind of eking towards in this fourth quarter.
Coach Todd still irate that wasn't a foul. As he brings in Nurse during the break. Franklin Simpson now back on offense. Ray gives it over to Partinger at the top of the key. Right side share to Brooks up top. Jabs left, fakes a handoff to Brody, trying to wrap to get it. Now it comes on the left wing to Partinger. Cats have scored 3 in the quarter, all from Brody. Right side, Cam Ray had 4 points in the first quarter, had 4 points in the third quarter. Right side gives it up to Share in the corner. Now the Cats are counting the passes. Under 5 minutes left in the game. Left side, Cam Ray to McAllister. They're going to make Russellville force the issue. Brody drives baseline, gives it off to Cam, and now he's just going to wrap back outside.
Offensively, if you're Franklin Simpson, you're wasting a lot of clock right here.
Right side, McAllister beats his man, gets inside, missed the layup, looked like he was bumped, no call. Here comes McCage, picked up by Partinger. Russellville has a 5-on-4. Temple Dickerson drives in from the baseline, missed it long, and Jameer Brooks got the rebound. Then he's fouled from behind by Nurse, who comes up limp on the left ankle. He's still bent over. We'll see if he tries to walk it off. Regardless, Gardner will take his place with 4:27 left in the ball game and a 47-37 lead.
And again, he called Nova. I'm assuming Villanova historically was like one of those great passing teams as well. They're going to look to move this ball around and really force the issue for Russellville to either to foul or to create something.
Scherer, baseline, kicks it out. Kai in the corner. Had to look for 3, turned it down, and they continue to move it around the perimeter. Cam, ball on the floor, gets inside, holds it up now on the wing. And now they go to Scherer. Cross court, Kai, right wing, 3! Ja'Kai Partinger. He's got 19. 5 threes.
You don't want them to foul. You don't want them to put him in the bonus.
Gardner gets inside. McAllister tries to draw a charge, but a block called. I think Brody tried to sell that one a little bit. With 3:43 left in the ball game, Brody picks up his 4th. 50-37, Franklin Simpson leads. There's foul number 5. Would have been free throws anyway. Gardner will take 2 free throws. Cats lead it by 13. What a night for Ja'Kai Partinger.
And on most of those three-point attempts, a lot of those were by design, ball moving around the perimeter, inside, outside, and just finding the open man. And Ja'Kai has been that guy where his number's been called to shoot those threes. And again, in this game, 5 for 6 from 3 for Ja'Kai Partinger.
Gardner's first free throw misses. Nurse checks back in, so he's good to go. Coleman comes out. Gardner misses the second as well. Rebound all the way out to the elbow. Nurse up with it for Russellville. Leaves it for Darden on the baseline. He barrels through Ray. And again, a blocking foul called. And that's 4 on Cam and 4 on Brody. 2 free throws now for Darden. He's got 8 points for the game, averaging 5 per game on the season, 12 for 20 free throw shooting coming into tonight. The Panthers are now 5 for 14.
And right now, Franklin Simpson, again, you play great defense down low. The offensive rebounds are starting to kind of rear its ugly head down low, allowing these second chance opportunities to happen.
Cam was trying to talk to the official about the foul, and Coach Pitzer said, don't let him talk you into that. As Darden's first free throw misses again. They're 1 for 5 as a team in the second half.
And that's just killing Russellville. All these missed free throws. They won all these back.
Second one does go for Darden. He's now got 9, and the lead is 12. 50-38, 3.5 minutes left. Cam brings it up. Darden is on him. Gets across half court and hands it off to Brooks. to Scherer, and again the bench counts the passes. McAllister, right side, drives, kicks. This ball is going to stay on the perimeter and really force this issue for Russellville. They've only got 2 fouls. And now Scherer holds it on the left wing and gives it to Kai. Cabs right, goes left, shovels it to Cam. Gets inside, takes a mid-range jumper, and he banked it in. Cam's into double figures, so you can check that off. And it's 52-38.
All around good game, but they reminded them, I mean, you cannot foul. You cannot allow a free possession for Russellville.
McCage calling for a screen as they're trying to force Franklin Simpson to put Scherer on him. Instead, the Cats just bring a double team. Darden gets inside, able to slip around Cam because he couldn't foul, and Darden's got 11. 52-40 now, 2:38 left in the ball game. Here comes Cam into the front court, shields off Gardner, gives it off to Brody, wraps around the wing, now to Brooks, fakes a pass, sends it over to Kai. Scherer dribbles around, and McCage picks his pocket. McCage in transition, Scherer wraps him up from behind, and McCage will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Not a bad foul right there, now allowing him to make the and one or free 2. But like Coach Spencer just said, I mean, they need to take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Closing quarters has been this team's struggles over the course of the season, and turning the ball over in the fourth quarter, I mean, it seems like the turnover is worth 2.
First free throw good for McCage. Again, it's been a quiet fourth quarter. We saw this the first time around. Had 18 points through the first 3 quarters, had 3 in the fourth quarter tonight, 16 points through the first 3 quarters. He's got 3 in the fourth quarter again, but still 2:22 left. And, you know, the ball is going to be in his hands a lot to end this game. Second free throw swishes home. He's got 20. Make it 12 times this season he's done that. Brooks comes to get the inbound from Kai, then Jakai gets it right back. He'll bring it across half court in a 10-point ball game, 52-42.
They might look to blitz after a pass here to create a turnover or
Kai
something.
fakes the pass, gets inside, left side layup, misses long, and now Russellville gets it back, and a foul called in the backcourt against Jakai, who was down and then tried to get back up, and in the process tripped up a Russellville player. And that'll be 2 free throws because of the bonus situation. They're trying to sort who's taking the free throws. It's Temple Dickerson. I guess the only redeeming part of this for Franklin Simpson is Temple Dickerson is 0 for 3 at the line tonight. 2:04 left in the ball game. And the first free throw misses long.
And again, Franklin Simpson, I mean, you don't really want to take – there's no reason to take any shots on the offensive end, especially when you're playing good defensively. I mean, you got to just take care of the ball and run the clock out.
Second free throw for Temple Dickerson, good. He's into double figures with 10.
And if you're Russellville, I mean, I think at this point you start racking up those fouls.
Yeah.
You only have 2 fouls, and you got a couple before you get into the bonus.
Timeout taken with 2:04 left in the ball game. 52-43 is the Franklin Simpson lead. Russellville trails by 9, and in this game they've missed 11 free throws. Obviously, you don't bank on every single one unless you're head coach Ashley Taylor and you want your team to make 80% of your free throws. Away for 500 in his Franklin Simpson career. 5 3-pointers. I don't have to say that that's a career high for Kai. It's incredible. He started the year under 10% from 3-point range to about the first 10 games. It's up to 20% now from outside. The shooting from the 3 from the free throw line have all improved as McAllister will inbound out of the timeout. Cam Ray comes to get it, guarded by McCage. They send the double team, gives it right back to Brody. He's into the front court, spins off, gets inside, leaves it for Sharon. The wide open layup is good. That was executed to perfection.
And I think that was the only time you want to take a shot like that. And under 2 minutes is wide open, and you have the basket to you.
McCage, right side, gives it on the baseline. Underneath, Scherer tips the pass out of bounds. It'll stay with Russellville on the baseline with 1:44 left in the ball game. Cole's only got 5, had 3 in the first quarter, had that bucket, but he's done a really good job of not getting stuck in bad matchups defensively, rebounding the ball, and Bears scored when he was called upon.
If you're Franklin Simpson, you cannot give up a 3 right now. They're going to hunt for,
Well, Gray got the inbound,
they
and
were too.
the entire Russellville coaching staff threw their hands up after that shot, missed it down low, was just a wild look. Cam has it. He's double-teamed. Coach Spencer wants a timeout. Cam got rid of it to Brody, but he still gets the timeout call in with 1:33 seconds left in the ball game with a 54-43 Franklin Simpson lead. Cats, if they close it out, will move to 6-13 overall in the season, 3-1 in District 13 play. They'll for sure be in that 2-3 matchup in the district tournament at Franklin Simpson High School. Russellville and Todd County Central would then be playing for that final spot to figure out how that's going to unfold. And again, I keep saying the 3 spot. The Wildcats, technically you could say that they would be up at the 2 seed. It doesn't matter. The same thing, 2-3. It's not like you get any kind of advantage for being the higher seed in either of those 2 matchups. All the Wildcats need to do is handle their business. You dodge the matchup with Logan County, and all of a sudden, Russellville, let's say that they don't have a Noah Stovall. Even if they do, it's a Russellville team that you're more than likely to face off against in your district tournament matchup. And last year we saw Franklin Simpson beat Russellville twice in the regular season, then fall to the Panthers on their home floor. Here, you would have beaten them twice in the regular season, and then you get to play them again on your home floor.
Yeah, and I mean, specifically in those matchups, I mean, you've shot the ball really well too, efficiently. So
8 threes the first time, 9 threes tonight, ties a season high. Partinger got it off the inbound, drove inside and had it knocked away. Up ahead, Darden then throws it right back to Cam Ray. Wasted opportunity for Russellville. 1:20 left in the ball game. Russellville looked like at first was just trying to foul because they've got to rack up the fouls. Scherer double team, puts it on the floor, gives it to McAllister. Brody trapped on the sideline to Ray. Takes a pass, now gives it to Kai. 1:08 left in the ball game. Cross court, Scherer to Cam. 1:05 left. Cats playing keep away right now. McCage has to come out and foul because nobody else would do it.
Yeah, I mean, they wasted about 20 seconds on that possession.
I don't know if anybody heard Coach Todd. He's not the most outspoken, in fairness, as McCage picks up his 3rd foul. Russellville with 3 team fouls. McAllister goes into Ja'Kai Partinger. Beautiful find from right in front of us here courtside to the right block to Kai. He has 21, has tied his career high. Right side 3-pointer missed. Brooks gets the rebound. Russellville trying to tie him up down low, and he's fouled.
Again, a pitch-perfect offensive possession by Franklin. Only shooting the ball, 1, when you have an open look at the bucket, at the basket, and then 2, converting, and on the defensive end, playing good defense, getting the rebound.
It'll be a baseline inbound for Franklin Simpson with 46 seconds left and a 56-43 lead. Cats line up 5 players on the far side, but quickly Brody just gets it into Kai to his left. Now to Cam, and he's fouled by Temple Dickerson with 40 seconds left. And that will put Franklin Simpson into the bonus. Cam Ray with 10 points will go to the line, shooting 2.
And more or less with the game in hand, up 13, 40 seconds left. I mean, this is probably a first half or first quarter offensive explosion.
Yeah.
Really put you up, and then as Cameron misses the first one, I mean, after that, you've just played really good defense throughout the rest of the game.
And I think Coach Spencer would take a really good defensive effort right now over a really good offensive effort. This is a Russellville team that averages 57 per game. As Cam's free throw, can't count, it hit the back of the rim and then went up and hit the strap on top of the backboard. Cam's smiling about it as they had to wave it off. So he misses both, and it's still 56-43. Here comes McCage. Picked up by Ja'Kai Partinger. Gets inside. Acrobatic scoop layup good. Went up on the left side and flipped it back up the right. 56-45. 30 seconds left as Cam gets the inbound again, and he's wrapped up by Temple Dickerson. Actually, that's Nurse that wrapped him up. So Cam will take 2 free throws. Coach Spencer was asking Cam, how do you let him make that layup? And Cam was trying to say, I can't foul. He said, well, get in front of him. As Cam's first free throw falls, he's now got 11. If the Cats seal the deal, he will have been in double figures in every win that he's played in. They say numbers never lie. That's a lie as Cam misses the second free throw. Sometimes they do, but tonight they don't. McCage, deep 3 from the left side. Missed it off of the left side of the rim. Cam Ray with the rebound off to McAllister. Up ahead, Cole Scherer, and he was going to pull it out to the wing and now kicks it out to Kai. He shakes it off, and the Wildcats are going to let this clock run off. Coach Spencer told Cole it's okay if you wanted to score it, but instead he wrapped it out, and the Cats are able to run this clock out. Coach Spencer and Tutu McCage embrace as the Wildcats are going to leave Panther country with a 57-45 win to move to 3-0 in district play and punch their ticket into that at the very least. And again, that's at the very least, that 2-3 matchup of the district tournament. We say all this, TB, if this team can continue to build some momentum, you get Logan County at home next Friday, you beat the Cougars, you put yourself in a spot where one way or another you could have a shot at being the number 1 seed in this district tournament. Regardless, the first thing to do was to get a win tonight, and the Wildcats do it. 57-45 the final score to move it 6-13 overall in the season. Russellville falls to 5-17, 1-4 in district play. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you all the final numbers from this one. We'll chat with Coach Spencer, pick out our Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game. I don't think it's going to be a tough call on a career night from Ja'Kai Partingers. He ties his career high with 21 points and 5 three-pointers in a 57-45 Franklin Simpson win. Your post-game show on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.